inside the factory, Fork of the South. They wanted me to mention they've got not only snacks to go, but they also have ice cream and milkshakes. We have Mojo's Tacos available, Five Daughters, Honest Coffee, although you might want the cold. Not
cold brew. Sure.
Not the hot stuff. And then Pinchies. Tate, you're a big fan of Pinchies, right?
Yes.
So lots of great. And then Franklin Juice Company out there on or near the red carpet. So we're excited to celebrate the athletes. A lot of work goes into this. A lot of people helping. We've got Franklin Cheer. We've got Summit Cheer here helping. We've got Lindsay Quirk, who's been here from day one,
She's
helping.
Amazing.
We've got Mike Fletcher and his security team. You won't notice them, and that's a good thing. It's always good when you don't notice the security guys. But they're here helping. David Harries, who does a wonderful job. Shannon Friend, Brianna Green. The list goes on and on. So appreciative of their help.
Well, without further ado, we're going to get to it. Hey, and always, if you're watching this live streaming or when you go back and watch it, most of this production is student-driven. Another thing that we love about it so much. And, as always, we've got our 3 sideline reporters out there, Tia Atkinson, McKinley Johnston, and Lydia Wellborn. And with that, we're going to throw it to sideline reporter 1, McKinley Johnston. McKinley?
Hi, I'm McKinley Johnston, recent graduate from Summit High School, and yeah, off to Tia.
Now we're going to kick it to Tia Atkinson, another one of the sideline reporters. We're going to get to Tia in a second.
We ready for Coach Young? Are we ready for Coach Young in Nolensville?
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about female teams of the year. Now, let me tell you something. We've been doing this a long time, and there's been some tough categories, but we're starting off with a bang.
Sophia?
I don't know. I'm going to let you list some accomplishments real quick, but let's talk about female sports team of the year this year. Coach joins Brentwood cross country, Brentwood track and field. What do all 4 of those teams have in common?
That would be state champions. So to get in this category, you had to be a state champion. Coach Young, we're going to get Coach Young over here to talk to us, Tate.
Coach Young, head coach of the three-time defending state champion Nolensville Knight volleyball. You said you were bringing it with the jacket tonight.
He brought it big
royal
time.
blue, electric blue, looking good tonight, brother.
We'll call it Nolensville Blue.
Nolensville blue, the beard game's looking straight. Hey, I'm going to let you give this stat because I think this is pretty cool. And you 3 state championships in a row. A lot of people didn't know, well, how's Nolensville going to handle going up into the largest classification? Let's talk about your seniors. In 4 years, how many wins?
I sent that today. I think they're at 146 wins in their 4-year career and 23 losses.
A lot of wins. Talk about this first year in the largest classification. You win a state championship. I think you were pretty confident that you could do it, but now that you had time to reflect on it, what sticks out?
Well, the biggest thing is we had challenged ourselves in AA and played a lot of the strong AAA teams in our county, so it wasn't a total shock of what we were going to see or the level of competition, but it was just the fact that it was night in, night out. There was no breaks. There was no, just we can gloss over that one on the schedule. And I think the biggest thing was just we were so consistent all year. Had 4 losses, to go through the whole thing. 2 of those to Brentwood, 1 to Ravenwood, and that first, state tournament game against Cleveland that knocked us down in the losers bracket. So our kids were just resilient all year. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure, jumping up into that bigger division, but obviously they responded well.
Well, as we mentioned when you came up, tough competition. You all are as deserving as anybody. I did notice the strategically placed bling on the. Tom Brady would be envious of those rings. Good luck tonight. We're proud of you.
Thank you, Tate. Appreciate it.
Coach Goodwin, we always talk about best dressed. I mean, it's going to be hard to top this.
There's going to be some stiff competition tonight, but we're starting it off strong.
Well, I'm the first one up here, so I've got to be in the lead to start with, right?
You were in first place at least for 1 lap.
All right,
and
thank
with
y'all.
that, we're going to kick to McKinley over on the sideline red carpet.
Okay.
Thanks, Tate. I'm here with the 3-time state championship winning Nolensville volleyball team, who it's even more impressive that y'all moved up a classification this year and knocked out the 8-time defending state championship Brentwood volleyball. Tell me, what makes y'all so successful as a team?
You know, we're all just really good friends, and we kind of have just this great atmosphere around and practice and games all the time that really helps us work together and like strive to a goal as one.
I would say we're all really competitive, so we push each other to be better every day, but like we do it in a fun way that makes everyone just like want to work harder.
I think that the family atmosphere was really important to us. I also think that we never really got down on ourselves. I think that we all stuck together, and even though during this championship we were all a little bit like, because we were going through that one day when we had to play 3 games in a row. So, I mean, I know that we all stuck together and we finished it out.
Thank you. Back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. We're with another state champion winning head coach of the Page Lady Patriots, Coach Clapp, Nathan Clapp. He'll be back up. We'll be talking about another one of his teams in a little bit. Right now we're talking about the girls, the ladies, state champions of the Lady Patriots. Coach Joins, I know you love starting the season off with a bang. It's those fall state championships always get your juices flowing. You were really proud of this one.
Loved it. You know, and Coach Clapp, I think he would agree with this. You'd been striving for this for so long, and not only do you get it done in girls, you get it done on the boys' side too. And Tate and I looked this up. I mean, that hadn't been done but just a few times. And when you start talking about public schools, it's been done very few times. So, Coach, I know you're proud of that. And one of the things that, you know, Tate and I have these sophisticated types of analogies. I feel like, you know, it's the old jar of olives, Tate. When you open that jar of olives, it's hard to get that first one out, but once you do, they start flowing. You got that first one out, and then it flowed into the spring too, Coach.
Absolutely. The girls have been working hard for it for so many years, and it's been, you know, we've had our fingertips there. It just hasn't happened, and this team just came together and did a phenomenal job. I'm so proud of them, and they were fun to be around. They're fun to coach. They're just a joy, to be honest with you.
Well, you could tell it, but watching your team play.
Now, Darren mentioned a little bit that you've done both boys and girls. Can you honestly tell us which one might be easier, harder, truthfully?
You know, you get those questions when you get those questions a lot. Sometimes it's worded different. I love being around those kids, and you know, I love coaching the competitiveness of the boys and the competitiveness of the girls, and it's 2 different types of competitiveness, and you have fun, you know, with the each team. So I love it all. I love it all. So it's hard to differentiate there.
That's great.
Coach, great job. We're going to throw it out to Tia on the red carpet.
Hi, I'm with Ty Garber. Ty, this past season, Summit Football made the transition from the Class 5A division to 6A. Tell me how your team has adapted to the competition in this new division.
It was pretty easy. As a team, we do very well together. We've been friends for who knows how long, and we just took what was in front of us, got what we got out of it, and I've been very proud of my brothers, and I wish them the best.
Thank you, Ty. Back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. We've got one more team of the year, Coach Rob Patness of Brentwood Cross Country. I think he might be caught up behind these large group of men. It looks like the Summit Spartan football team has made it here. But you were here when all this really got started. I think what was pretty neat was volleyball we were always successful in, but basketball started to get better. Softball started to get better, track and field. And I thought a big part of that was we started hiring better women's athletics coaches.
Yep.
But you've seen it start to take off. There have been a lot of great years, but 4 state champions in this category. I don't remember that. Do you?
No, I don't. And, you know, Coach Young kind of touched on this, just the fact that it's a grind every single night across the county. It's a testament to our athletes. It's a testament to the types of programs that our coaches are instilling, and now the legacy is going to be passed.
Well, I'm really interested in this one. It's going to be fun. Coach Joins, you got a couple of guests?
So we've got Gabby Rainey here from Page Soccer. We've been talking. She does have a few fans. It's first of the night, Gabby. Some people cheering. Talk about that first state championship for Page High School. I know you're really excited, that team title when it comes to girls soccer. You've been close. Y'all been knocking on the door, but this year you knocked it down.
Right, yeah. It was just like insane for us because we've been working for this for so long. We just wanted this for so long, and I know last year it was hard for us because we lost right before we went to state. So we all wanted it really hard, and it wasn't just one person, it was all of us, and we all worked so hard for this. So I'm really proud of us, and it's just shocking that we got this far. It feels so unreal.
Well, we're not shocked because I watched you play. Very impressive. Tate, I know we were excited to see them bring that state title home too.
No doubt about it. And like you said, have you ever noticed when he's doing that olive story how intense he is with that lid? That lid must have been on there very tight. But no, it was huge, and you know, it's you all took a different. It was neat to watch you all take the steps. You know, you had a lot of success, but not quite, a little bit of failure, and then some more success, and then to win the state championship. I thought it was very cool. And I know, like he said, you all planning on building on this. You laid the foundation. Yes. We're expected to be back.
Yes, I'm expecting it too. We all are coming for that second time. So, yeah. Anyways.
Congratulations. Back out to the red carpet.
Hi, I'm here with Lydia Cromwell from Brentwood High, and she is up for an individual cross country of the year, and also both her track and cross country teams are up for the award. Lydia, you finished out your cross country season 6th in the state only as a freshman. This is just the beginning of your high school career. What are your hopes for what's to come?
I hope that our team grows stronger. We're already really strong, but I hope we grow closer together, and I hope that everyone, including me, keeps putting in the hard work and effort to be the best that we can be.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Okay, now we've got Male Team of the Year award also. Very strong. Coach Nathan Clapp of Page will be here representing them. Mike Purcell of Brentwood, 2 state champions in soccer. And then also in football, we've got Coach Charles Rathbone of the Page Patriots, the 5A runner-ups. Coach Brian Coleman, the head coach of the Summit Spartans, 6A runner-ups. In Chattanooga, that's the first thing I want to ask. Coach Coleman, second best haircut in the building tonight.
That's right. That's right.
Good to see you, brother. Hey, Chattanooga, you got back after last year.
Football.
Coach, you were an assistant with Coach Palmer, with Coach Daniels. I don't know. Anybody else were you an assistant with when you were there?
Bennett, Herzog.
Coach Bennett, Herzog, and then the head coach. You're a Page guy, man. You've had opportunities to leave. You love Page. You know, what is it about Page that just you're a Page guy?
Yeah, I don't believe in chasing the next best athlete or things like that. It's just the community in general, just the people, the parents, the teachers at school, and definitely the kids. It's just really close-knit, good group of young men that come and they work hard every day. And we may not be the most athletic group every year, but they make up for it in effort and hard work. And it's just blood bleeds blue, and I enjoy Page.
Good luck tonight, brother.
Thank you.
Good luck.
We're going to kick to Tia on the red carpet.
I'm here with Sophie Yount, and not only is she a member of the Brentwood girls track team who's up for Female Team of the Year, she is also in the girls track finalist category. She placed 2nd in the state pentathlon as a freshman. So Sophie, tell me what it's like been adjusting to the high school sports scene.
It's definitely been different. The practices are longer, more harder, the team's bigger, the meets are bigger. But with a bigger team, it's more love and more family, and I've been blessed to have them as a group.
All right, thank you. Back to the desk.
We're back with Coach Joe Fedoris of Brentwood Cross Country.
Both.
Both, but most recent and
For track and field,
that's
yeah.
right.
I know that. You didn't let me finish. What team are we talking about right now?
We talk about them all.
We're going to let the cross country coach at the table ask this question.
Cross country is such a unique sport by itself, right? I'm not an expert. I had 1 solid year, and I felt like we were successful. competitive. But what in your training, your workouts, do you try to instill that separates you or differentiates you from the rest?
I don't know that our program's any better as far as workout standpoint, but I do think our buy-in standpoint has been incredible since I've been at Brentwood High School. Getting the girls and the guys on the right paces, training tough racing, training running together, knowing where the other teams are at during the race is something I feel like we do really well, and the girls are locked in. And obviously it's translated to back-to-back championships, not only in cross country, but in track and field for the girls.
Coach Fedoris, a couple of tough categories you're involved in. Female Sports Coach of the Year. Yourself, Ron Brock of Page, Nathan Clapp of Page, Brett Young of Nolensville. And then you look at the teams of the year, and you're fortunate enough to work with two of these: Brentwood Cross Country, Brentwood Track, Nolensville Volleyball, Page Soccer. Something we talked about as you guys were coming down the red carpet. If you're in those categories, you're probably a state champion. Pretty tough category.
Yeah. Williamson County, it's unbelievable the amount of state champions, both individual and team, we produce. The quality of coaching in the county is awesome. So to have two teams in there and to be mentioned with some great coaches for Coach of the Year is a great honor in this county.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Enjoy tonight. We're going to send it back out to the red carpet.
Thank you. I'm here with Colin Hurd with Page Football, who is up for Defensive Player of the Year, and his team is also up for Male Team of the Year. Colin, you were named Region 5 5A Defensive Player of the Year and picked for the first team All-State. What do these recognitions mean to you?
It's really cool to win these things, and I just couldn't have done without my teammates and my coaches. They really pushed me to be the best I can be, so I give the credit to them.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Hey, you know you're a big deal when they don't even call you by your name. All I got to say is Coach P is in the house.
Good. Glad to be here.
State champs, first time since 2012. The good thing is he's got quite a few, but that's Coach P, man, a legend. Happy for you. I know you're happy for your kids, but I'm happy for you. The boys, state champion. And as an old Farragut guy, watching you all boat race the Bearden Bulldogs in the state championship game was fun to watch.
It's a good game. And we did. Played terrific. Good finish to the season.
I read an article, a lot of the young guys were talking about nobody really thought they were going to be there, but they did. And I know you're pretty good at stirring up a chip on their shoulder, motivation. You thought they were going to be there, didn't you?
I thought we were going to be really good this year, and we might not have had the attention of other teams in the state, but that was fine. We knew at the end we had a really good shot, and that was the goal all year.
Well, I know you're most proud of your team, but you're also proud of, you're a fan of soccer, especially in the mid-state. So I know you were very proud of the Page Patriots and Coach Clapp too.
Yeah, classic team, classic coach. He's here somewhere.
He is. Hey, the tie looks great.
Thank you, Tate.
Did you have something you want to say? I don't want to cut you off. You're the.
You need an earring right there, buddy.
Coach had to dust that thing off. He said, I even got a tux for this thing. He's pretty pumped up now, I'm telling you. And I think his team, they rolled in limos.
We did. Got to go in style.
Legend. We're going to go to Tia on the red carpet. Love you, Coach B.
Thanks, Coach.
I am here with Blake Bevis, who was nominated as Male Athlete and Baseball finalist. He is also headed to Ball State University to further his baseball career. Blake, what about Ball State made you choose that school?
At the end of the day, it just felt right. It felt like home to me. They had what I was looking for academically, and then I had a great relationship with the coaching staff, and then they have a great historic winning program for baseball, and I was excited to go there.
Well, best of luck at the next level. Back to you, Tate.
Okay, we've got some of the female athletes coming down the red carpet. We're here with Reagan Grimes and with Kaylin Thomas. Let me tell you something. Now, I know you know a lot about this one. I saw this one play flag football, and the first thing I grabbed Coach Hester, it's in the middle of the game. I said, hey, man, she needs to be playing in the fall. But anyways, congratulations to both of y'all. You've been to the Wilcos before, getting ready to go off to college one last time. You excited to be back here tonight?
Very excited. I'm already up at college, so I came down after my workout today, so I'll be,
Tell everybody where you are.
I'm at Tennessee Tech University, wings up. Yeah.
Playing basketball. Have you been to Spanky's yet?
I have, yeah.
Great food. Okay. I think Coach Joins and I talk about this most. I really do think you all, if there was a multi-sport athlete, I think you two would be really dogfighting it out. But playing basketball in college, a lot of people would, I'm going to put you on the spot here. A lot of people would say specialize. You played volleyball?
Yes, sir.
And basketball?
Yes, sir.
And then what did you do in track this year?
I repeated my 2 state titles from last year.
Okay. So why did you continue to do that when you had a college basketball scholarship on the line?
It was just something I always did, so like staying busy, and then also the opportunity to be able to go repeat as a 2-time state champion, making that 4 is like really big, so I felt like if I can do it, why not do it?
Now, Reagan, I know you're playing basketball, but there's got to be a second favorite sport. And I know you're great at all of them, but could you pick at least a runner-up?
You know, even though I did win state 4 times in track, I'd have to say that.
I love that, just 4 times.
My second favorite sport would probably be volleyball. Yeah.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
You look great. Kaylin, wrestling, state wrestling champion. I mean, that's unbelievable. But I'm guessing you were probably a takedown artist the way you run the ball. But then in the ladies flag football, how much fun was that?
That was just amazing that we were able to do this my last year, and I just enjoyed playing it so much.
So how do you think wrestling made you better in the flag football?
Just wrestling just made me tough overall, and flag football, people usually doesn't think it's aggressive or tough, but those girls were just crazy out there for those flags. So
All right, I'm going to give you a great compliment. Coach Hester, everybody was at Media Day was talking about we're going to run this and we're going to run that. And Coach Hester said they don't know what they're talking about. You give the ball to your athletes and you let them be athletes. And that's pretty much what he did with you. Just hand you the ball and let you go, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, you two have been fun to watch. Good luck tonight. And you both look very beautiful tonight. Have fun. We're going to McKinley on the red carpet.
Thanks, Tate. I'm here with the District Goaltender of the Year, Thomas Fields, and Forrest Wells, who's on 2-time All-District team. Now, Brentwood Soccer won state this year. Walk me through that state championship match.
Yeah, I mean, we really played a perfect game, went 3 for 3 on shots early, and got ourselves a state championship. So.
Like Forrest said, we went 3 for 3 early. I didn't have to do much, and the game was over early.
Wise words. Back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. Okay, now we're getting into some of the male athletes for the year. We've got Aaron Walton of the Brentwood Bruins, football, baseball. Coach Joins likes to say was once a really good basketball player. So Aaron won the coat, strong. Talk about your senior year and football and baseball.
Football, we were just going out there for my last time. It was just trying to have some fun and make memories, and kind of got off to a slow start, but we managed to turn it around and have a pretty good season.
So football, they moved you around a lot, kind of put you in positions to have mismatches, right? Baseball, were you kind of a utility guy with that too? Which one? And then kind of like Coach Goodwin was asking, if you had to pick one, what's your favorite?
Yeah, baseball, I played outfield and third and just whatever to do to help the team. And then I'd have to go with baseball. Just it's my first love and just love it. So
most baseball guys do. Well, hey, good luck tonight. Love the jacket. We'll be talking to you a little bit later on tonight.
Thank you.
Out to the red carpet to Tia.
Okay, I'm here with Sarah Kate Rath from Ravenwood, who is up for Female Athlete of the Year and also is up for Girls Soccer Finalists. This year, you were named co-district Attacker of the Year, and led Ravenwood girls soccer to their 3rd consecutive state championship appearance. Later on in your senior year, you won the first ever girls flag football championship, rushing 3 touchdowns and throwing 3 touchdowns just that day. What was it like being leader in 2 different sports?
I first off want to thank all my teammates and coaches for being here, because without them I wouldn't be here today. It was great to lead all these younger girls to be successful, and just learning all the skills growing up is just really good to put in, not only for soccer but to flag football. And it was just a really cool experience winning flag football and having to play 3 state championships for soccer.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Okay, I don't think I listed them, but Male Athlete of the Year, Blake Bevis of Ravenwood, Destin Wade Summit, Aaron Walton of Brentwood, who was just up here, and then Jacob Clevenger of Fairview. Jacob, the cowboy hat is strong. I'm not sure that bow tie is quite Fairview yellow, but it'll work for tonight. You're looking good, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's talk about it. You've been here before. Your brothers have been here before. Destin Wade, Aaron Walton, Blake Bevis, and you. Pretty tall company to be in that category. Pretty humbling, I would think.
Yes, sir. I mean, going into it, you have 3 other athletes that are just phenomenal athletes on their field, and they specialize in what they do, man. And I think going into this, I have the background of having a brother that's been here before in this position. I think he's been here 2 times, and then I have the privilege just to stand here. I think it's an honor just to be in this position, to be the male athlete. So it's just really a privilege, to be honest.
Tate, something people don't necessarily know about Jacob. So he's got all these sports he plays, and he excels. He's also up for Wrestler of the Year. I believe the record this year, Jacob, was 30-2, battled a few injuries early on. Your 2 losses were to state champions in other classifications and divisions. You peaked when it mattered. But this is something people don't know about Jacob. Also a fine arts guy. He can play some instruments too, right, Jacob?
Yes, sir. I played trumpet for 8 years.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I guarantee he's the toughest trumpet player around.
Yes, I guarantee he is. And listen, that's what I love about a lot of these athletes in here. Jacob up for Male Athlete of the Year because of his dominance in his sports, right? Talk about wrestling and football and all the others. But you talk about a well-rounded student too. So we're really proud of you, Jacob, and looking forward to a big night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good luck.
Back out to the red carpet.
I'm here with Circe Mooney, who is nominated for girls cross country. Circe, as a sophomore, you placed 9th at state. What do you have your eyes set on for the rest of your high school career?
The rest of my high school career, I would just like to keep working and improving my time to get to the next goal.
All right, well, good luck. Back to you, Tate.
All right, we're going to start getting into some of the teams of the year. The athletes of the year individually, the athletes in their categories. Girls cross country. Coach joins. Now, we got Lily Cromwell of Brentwood, Janie Halterman of Independence, Circe Mooney of Nolensville, and then Sophia Boutros of Page. Strong category right there. I know you like kicking it off with the cross country every year. Kind of kick the athletic school year off.
Well,
with cross country.
Great opportunity there to talk to our teams of the year and representatives, and also the male and female athletes of the year. Now, some folks that are maybe more specialized in some of these individual sports, but I would say this. When you talk about the running sport, so to speak, whether it be cross country in the fall or you're talking track in the spring, I don't think there's any better than WCS. You take Miss Halterman, who's here with us. Speaking of, come on up here. Listen, we were talking about the running sports in Williamson County. So cross country and track, you're obviously involved in both.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the strength of WCS.
Well, from at least my experience, WCS is really strong in all athletics, but especially in running. We do take control of the field a lot in a lot of our races, and at state too. So yeah, we are really strong.
So here's a question I've been dying to ask you for a couple of years. Because I always like to get this right. We want to pronounce your name right. We want to spell it right. And if you ask your coach or the AD or the media or maybe not your family, they'll get it right. They'll spell it different. They'll say it different.
Right, so...
What's this go back to? Is it nicknames? What is this? Let our audience know. Here's how you say it. Here's how you spell it, and we'll never mess it up again.
Okay, well, my official name is Jane without the I, but I go by Janie, so it's a nickname, and I just spell it with the I. So.
And you prefer it that way?
Yes.
Jaynie.
Yes.
Janie.
Yes.
So for those that are out there watching, we've cleared it up. Spell it right, say it right.
Thank you.
I think that's what I called her. Janie, are you familiar with a boat race? Do you know what a boat race is?
I don't think so.
Like in football, it's 35 points. In basketball, it's 30 points. It's a tail kicking. You had the fastest 5K of any Williamson County girl in 2021 by 20 seconds. That's a cross-country boat race. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Great job and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, as Janie is exiting the stage here, Tate, let's go ahead and introduce our next category, our Male Cross Country of the Year finalists. Pretty good group in there too, Tate.
Oh, without a doubt. You've got Brody Chapman of Brentwood High School, Cal Fielder of Brentwood High School, Parker Harris of Franklin High School, and Miles Raymer of Ravenwood. We're going to bring Brody and Cal up here in a second, but before that, we're going to kick it to the red carpet.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Rylan, and you are Upper Female Athlete of the Year and Softball Player of the Year. You have you played 168 innings, 4 no-hitters, and you have 353 strikeouts, which you do the math, that's 2.1 strikeouts on average per inning. Tell me, what are you thinking while you're pitching?
It's definitely 100% a mental game. Every single pitch has an idea of where you want to go with location, everything about that. But I have 8 other girls on the field who are backing me up every single play, and I wouldn't be where I am without them today and my coaches. So they're all amazing, and I thank them very much.
Thank you. We're glad you're here. Back to you, Tate.
We've got Brody Chapman and Cal Fielder from Brentwood High School with us today. On the set with us now, Boys Cross Country Finalist of the Year Award. Carrie, these guys are really good at what they do.
I was just looking at the stats. I mean, Brody, 5th in state, 2nd in region, all-state, all-region. Cal, 8th in state, 3rd in region, all-state, all-region, all-mid-state. I mean, you wouldn't think you two have any competition with each other, huh?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. You know, being teammates is just kind of a lot of fun, you know, going back and forth with each other. So, oh, yeah, a lot of fun.
Do y'all practice together? Like when you push each other, is there some smack talk going on? What are we talking about here, Cal?
I mean, not too much smack talk. You know, we push each other for sure. Makes us faster.
Well, you know, 8th in the state, 5th in the state. I know you're both very proud of that. It's an individual sport, but it's a team sport too, right? So I know you all took a lot of pride in that. And you coordinated the one's a bow tie, the other's a regular. But
yeah, that was definitely intentional.
Okay, now, out of curiosity, what do you all call that gold?
We call what?
What do you call that gold?
Oh, I mean.
Brentwood gold?
Brentwood gold, yeah.
There you go. Good luck to both of you. Congratulations on a great year. Headed to Lydia on the red carpet.
Hi, I'm here with Parker Harris from Franklin High and Miles Raymer from Ravenwood, both up for boys cross country finalists. Miles, you broke your school record 5K finish time. Parker, you ran your personal best at state. How do you guys plan to further your success as now upperclassmen?
I think just to continue to run and train with my teammates and just take in thanks from my coaches and just everybody else and just keep on running.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Last year, no one really knew who I was. So now coming back with things like getting expected of me, I'm just going to keep trying to do what I'm doing.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Coach Joins, we're getting into another category that you take very seriously. You and DP know a lot about golf, the game of golf.
Top golf does not count. Golf does not count.
So listen, Tate, you and I had an opportunity. We were at the
This is real.
At the state championship, we did the first remote sports connection at the state championship, and hopefully it went well. We saw some great playing. In fact, we've got 2 young ladies with us right here, getting their picture taken over there, and they're coming over. Sophia DePaulo, she did okay. She ended up being the state champion in golf. And then you got Brooke Brummett, who, listen, Coach Evans would say she's not a golfer. She's the flag football quarterback.
She's second best quarterback in the school at Brentwood High School.
Second?
Yeah. behind Davis, but he's got
Speak
more
up,
years
here
on
they
him.
are.
All right, let's talk
Hey,
about
ladies.
girls golf real quick. Brooke Barnett, Brentwood High, Piper Davis of Independence, Sophia DiPaolo of Franklin, Hannah Ruth Walton of Ravenwood. All right, we're going to start with Brooke. Golf at Media Day. I remember I listened and you were talking about your dad got you into it. And so a heck of a golfer, great golf career, but then the quarterback of the flag football team, senior year.
I'm super excited for senior golf and football. I think it's going to bring a bunch of opportunities, and the amount of friends I met in flag football last year was amazing, and we have 2 new girls that just joined the golf team, which is awesome. So now I think we have like 10 or 11 golfers. In my freshman year, we had 2, so it's grown a lot, and I'm super excited.
And then we've got Sophia DiPaolo. Sophia, state champion this past year. Pretty good year, Sophia. Now, here's what I tell people about Sophia. Because, look, she's got her nice smile. She seems like she's cool, calm, and collected. I was over by the green on day 2, and I think you won the state championship by like 4 strokes, and your mom and dad were there hugging, and you were like, I wanted to birdie that hole or par that hole or whatever it was. You were ticked, and you won by like 4 strokes. Talk about that, Sophia.
Okay, so I felt like I left a lot of shots out there. Like, I felt like I played better than, like, my score, and because I actually had a quad. On, like, I think the first day, I had a quad, and I was just kind of mad because I felt like I left too many shots out there, and I was like, oh, there's no way I won. And then I parred the last hole, and I kind of wanted to birdie it, yeah, like you said. And then my parents were like, you won. I was like, are you sure? Like, okay, I was not expecting that. But, yeah, I did a lot better than I thought I did.
Well, I can speak for Brooke and Piper and Hannah Ruth. They kind of wish you would have left some more shots out there.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Great jobs. We're proud of you, ladies. Looking forward to tonight. You look great. Back out to the red carpet. Still talking girls golf.
I have Sophia Boutros from Page, who's up for the Girls Cross Country Award. And as a freshman, you placed 4th at state. So with this great start to your Page career, who have you been looking up to?
I look up to my sister and my coaches for the workouts and the amount that they push me and make me to become my best athlete and my best abilities for my sport.
All right, thank you. We're glad you're here. Back to the desk.
Okay, on the other side, boys golf. Coach Goodwin.
Yep.
Harrison Akers of Franklin, Luke Beatles of Nolensville, Bryce Calloway of Brentwood, Grant Clark of Page. We've got a couple of the golfers, male golfers with us. Harrison and Bryce, we got you. Come on over.
Hey, what's your handicap? I'm just curious.
In WCS, I mean, everybody. And then you also take Nolensville, who you guys battled with for the state championship. When you're talking volleyball in the state of Tennessee, nothing better than WCS.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Brentwood and Nolensville are super competitive teams that we got to play multiple times this year, and those are the games that we're most excited for because it's either team's game, and it's super competitive, and that's what all our hard work goes to.
And Kennedy, you were involved in some other sports this year too, right?
Yes, I played flag football this year.
Yes, she did. So listen, I said this all along. The best teams are going to have soccer players. Ravenwood had soccer players. The best teams are going to have volleyball and/or basketball. Just throw it up, right, to the volleyball player.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm used to playing sports with my hands, so I could throw, I could catch, and it was really fun to get into, and we grew so much since the beginning of the season, and then being able to win at the end was so cool.
Pretty fun playing for Coach Hester, too, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'd never coached girls before, so it's something different for him, but I think he loved it.
Good luck tonight. We're going to head to Tia on the red carpet.
Thank you.
I'm with Maddie and Allie, nominated for girls soccer. Maddie, you had 31 goals and 7 assists as a freshman. And Allie, you're going to be playing soccer at the University of Tennessee in the fall.
Tell me, what are you both looking forward to in your next soccer season?
9 of our seniors left this year, and I'm really excited how my team is going to respond to that. And I think we definitely have a chance to state again, especially with the group of players we have. So I'm really excited.
I'm looking forward to playing at a high level in the SEC and competing with a bunch of other good schools.
I'm here with the star, DJ Star. DJ, you averaged 12.7 points per game. Season, all district tournament team. Tell me, what has it been like adjusting to Ravenwood for just your senior year?
It's definitely been a switch for sure, moving down from Illinois to Tennessee, but just moving to Ravenwood and having a great team and a great coaching staff around me to help and support me, it's just been amazing. And for my senior year, coming in, it's just been a lot of work put in.
Congrats on being nominated. Back to you, Tate.
We got Mackenzie Cochran sitting here first. Coach Goodwin, I think were you All-State? You were All-State basketball, weren't you?
Nightmare.
You were All-State, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah,
Long
you
time
didn't.
ago.
You didn't want me to mention that, but I'm going to. She was All-State. I watched her play. She was great. But Mackenzie Cochran of Page and Lily Wilkin of Page, man, what a run they've had. But Miss Basketball finalist Mackenzie. Here's what I wanted to ask you, and then you go to her. But I think this is right. 50% from 2-point, and then 39% from 3-point, 80% from free throw. That's pretty good shooting, isn't it, Coach Goodwin?
Well, I was just thinking about Coach Brock, and I guarantee Miss Lily probably had to shoot at least 100, if not more, a day free throws. But love to talk to you girls about, some of these stats. It's not just numbers, right? It's the time, it's the commitment, it's the hours you pour in. Tell me a little bit just from, years prior to this one, why is this one special? And I'm pretty sure I know the answer separately, but I'd love to hear individually how this year was so special and what made you, kind of end up on a high for the season.
To me, this year was so special just because it's the last run, and especially getting to play with Lily, like it's our last go on the court together. So we really just worked extremely hard this summer, and you mentioned like the stats. It's just like
really special, and the friendships we made this year as a team, our team really came together, and we had a great time.
Lily headed to Trevecca, correct?
Yes.
And your sister's there, right?
Yes,
Y'all
yes.
got a new head coach, Coach Booker. Have you met her?
Yeah, I met her.
Fantastic. Well, we're excited. Congratulations on a great year. Teammates, were y'all like nudging? I mean, are you good? Is this pretty competitive between you two in this category, or?
I mean, it's competitive, but I mean, we don't care. We're happy for each other either way, so.
Well, good luck. It's you two, Mackenzie Cochran, Lily Wilkin, Reagan Grimes, and Sydney Ryan in the girls basketball. It's going to be fun. Good luck tonight, and thank you for being here. We got a couple of boys basketball finalists up here, the super sophomores, as I like to call them. Coach joins in boys basketball. We've got Daniel Cochran, Dominic Reed of Centennial, sophomore. Daniel's a sophomore. And then Jet Montgomery, they just talked to. But Daniel, come on up here, buddy. Brentwood High School, sophomore year, 17.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 2 point. What most people don't know is you're a big man, but you kind of like to shoot the three ball, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do.
And why is that?
I don't know. I just always been good at it, kind of, and I like to work at it. It's more fun to work on than post moves and layups. So.
Well, and then we've got his buddy Jet over there, Coach Goodwin. These two are their teammates on, what do you call that, AAU circuit, spring circuit, and they can both fill it up. There's only one ball. So Jet, probably the 3-point king of Wilco this year, but Daniel thinks he's got a claim. 3-point contest, who's winning, Jet?
I mean, he's a good 3-point shooter, but that's me personally.
It's you.
It's me.
I agree.
All right, sophomore year, y'all had a great year. Up for boys basketball player of the year at the Wilcos. Junior, you still playing football?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, Daniel's a football player as well. Jet is basketball. He eats, sleeps, drinks it. What's up for your junior year? What steps do y'all want to take?
Me, like I said, I'm going to try to play more on the wing. I can always go inside, but I'm going to try to spread my game out a little more.
I just want our team to get better. Hope we can go to state and just do the best we can.
One word answer, Daniel, and then we're going to go to the red carpet. Who's tougher, Coach Crane or Coach Bond?
Bond. Coach Bond.
Okay. Good luck tonight, fellas. Out to the red carpet.
Thank you. I'm here with Dominic Reed from Centennial High, who is up for Boys Basketball Player of the Year. Dominic, this past season, you averaged 16.7 points and 7 rebounds per game. What was your most memorable win?
I would have to say in the district tournament against Brentwood, we went off a buzzer beater in the last second. You know, that's always going to stick with me because, I mean, it's a buzzer beater shot, and it's just, you know, the adrenaline running through you whenever you win that game, it just sticks with you.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Hey, Coach, you weren't up here at the time, but basketball, you pretty tough cat. Those super sophomores and then DJ Starr, you would have liked to have had any of those guys, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you can win some games with those guys who are finalists and, 3 sophomores in that category?
Yes.
And then one guy new to the
transfer
league.
portal.
That's right. Patrick Whitlock would tell you the transfer portal was good to him. Hey, Tate, and as you look, we've got girls and boys wrestling coming up.
Yes.
Man, talk about those categories. Boys wrestling, obviously, we've been known for boys wrestling for a little bit. Girls wrestling, fairly new. Well, I can say this. Girls wrestling, we are officially on the map in girls wrestling.
No doubt about it. We've got the finalists Riley Lent of Independence, Brooklyn Long of Independence, Emma Stevenson of Summit, and then Caitlin Thomas of Raven, who was already up here earlier with Reagan. You're right, man. Hey, first we were just talking about putting together a team in girls wrestling. Now we're talking about state championships. It's pretty awesome. We're going to go to the red carpet, and the ladies have got some of the finalists out there.
We're here with Riley Lent and Brooklyn Long. They have several things in common. You're both teammates, and Riley, you were a state runner-up, and Brooklyn, you were a state champion.
What have been each of your favorite memories from this past season?
Definitely postseason when you really get to bond with the team through camps and more fun, focused practices versus during season when you're like working hard and like in the room all sweating together. So that was definitely one of my favorite memories.
I would have to say my favorite memory from this year was just really getting to help grow the girls team that we've had and seeing the efforts, like seeing our efforts kind of pay off at the regional tournament. I think that was just one of my favorite things, is seeing all of us have like a good amount of collective success. It was a really great moment for me.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
We've got Emma Stevenson of Summit High School with us, senior, 24-8, and her senior season record was the state runner-up at 138 pounds. Coach Goodwin, you would have liked to have coached a competitor like Emma.
Absolutely. I'm just always mesmerized by our girl wrestlers. It's fascinating, but looking at some of her stats, Region 3 runner-up, champion Franklin Admiral Invitational, runner-up at Tullahoma Invitational, and of course, Grand Championship. Emma, tell me a little bit just about your routine, right? Because everybody has kind of their approach to, their match. I'd love to, just quick high level, tell us what you do every time before you start. That's more of a routine for you.
So I got these noise-canceling headphones so I can block out everyone, probably like 2 or 3 matches before at least. And I would go in a corner and start drilling and just start listening to music and start dancing and trying to get out of my head so I'm not distracted or scared.
Hey, Em, I want to ask you this. Do you ever use those noise-distracting headphones to drown out Coach Miller?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Hey, listen, I know he's out there watching. He's with his dad tonight. So, Coach, for you out there, Emma's doing you proud, and I know these other guys are going to, too. And before we hit the red carpet, let's bring up Kendrick Curtis. Come on up. Emma, if you'll hand off that microphone. You prefer Kendrick, Ken? I hear it both ways. What do you prefer?
Kendrick's fine.
Okay, so if and listen, I'm not saying I'm doing this because you could probably take me. Probably, surely.
Yes.
So it's like your parents might say Kendrick when they're upset with you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, Kendrick, pretty exciting. You guys had a great year. You're part of a state championship duels team last year. This year, you had some tough breaks, really, with injuries and some other things that happened. And I thought you had a shot at both of those team championships. I'm probably a little disappointed. You finished in the top 4. Is that disappointing, Tate? But then you and Jacob Clevenger, y'all bring it home. I was there for that. Talk about the excitement of not only you winning it, but your comrade winning it too, Jacob Clevenger.
Yes, sir. It was amazing. We both worked really hard for it. We both worked together. And it was just nice getting to win that with him. You know, I won my match. I saw him cheer me on. And then I walked off, watched his match. It was awesome.
Hey, 61 wins, 39 pins.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of matches, man. Yeah. So you like pinning people?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah.
Hey, one more question, though, Takes. This is a serious question. And if you don't watch, just act like you do. I've been accused on Sports Connection for being the biggest Fairview wrestling homer. Like I might be the #1 fan in WCS. Do you know that, Kendrick?
No, sir, I didn't.
Okay.
Hey, it's weird. It's not weird. No. I think he might like Fairview wrestling more than he liked Franklin basketball when he was coaching.
And your coach, we love Coach Derek, too.
Yes, sir. I love him, too.
Done a great job building the program. Good luck tonight. You look great.
Thank you.
And good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Good luck. We're headed out to Lydia on the red carpet.
I'm here with Jarvis Little from Summit and Will Parcel from Page, both up for boys wrestling finalists.
You were a region champion, section champion, and state runner-up. And Jarvis, you won state as a sophomore.
Both of you had outstanding seasons in your sport. Looking back, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of how I'm able to wrestle and compete with the best wrestlers around the country.
Mine's just being able to wrestle my team that I consider a family and being able to go 62-0 right before my state finals match.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Okay, talking a little bowling, girls bowling. Samantha Daly of Brentwood, who we've got up here with us right now, Coach Goodwin, Leah Miller of Franklin, Mary Kate Polk of Franklin, Maddie Yates of Franklin. That's a lot of Franklin there, Samantha. But let's talk about you and Brentwood bowling. 150 average state qualifier with a 939 score. Help us, not to put you on the spot, but help us. 939. What does that mean for those that are not versed in bowling scoring?
So basically, so for the 150 or the 939?
939.
So that's just a combination of all the pins I knocked down in all of the games. And I was pretty proud of it. But it, it compares to all the other girls, it was enough to qualify. I just, so.
Samantha, I know bowling is such a fascinating and unique sport in itself. How did you know that that's what you wanted to pour your time in?
It was really interesting. So I started, freshman year, and I was just having fun at the end of the summer, and then all of a sudden, the previous captain of Brentwood was like, hey, you're pretty good, how about you come over? And I just got introduced to the team and the sport itself. I got to learn so much, and it just became this amazing thing that I got to spend my time with. And because when you get better, it's an amazing feeling.
I would think so.
Yeah.
How many days a week you practicing?
Usually about 1 to 2, just because, the lanes are super busy usually, because, there are people that they go either for fun, and then there are people that they've gone their whole lives. But yeah, there's leagues, and then you can practice by yourself. It's great because you can schedule your own practice.
Well, hey, you're here. You're one of 4 in the finalists for girls bowling for the WILLCO. So good luck tonight, and we're glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
We're going to head back out to the red carpet.
We are here with Leah Miller, Mary Kate Polk, and Maddie Yates, who are 3 of the 4 Girls Bowler of the Year finalists. And if that doesn't say anything about Franklin bowling, I don't know what will.
How do you feed off each other in practices to push yourselves as bowlers?
Well, I help with spare shooting and making adjustments with the rest of our team.
I'm definitely one of the ones that cheer people on and give encouragement.
And I go to give advice whenever they need it. Like I have a little bit of experience with tournament bowling, so I get a little more experience there. So I kind of help them with their adjustments as well. So.
Well, congratulations, ladies. Back to the desk.
Okay, now we're talking a little boys bowling. And again, get used to hearing the word Franklin when we're talking bowling. We've got Braden Didier of Franklin, 202 average, 7th at the state. Sam Dodson of Centennial. Wow. We got his buddy Drew Whalen of Franklin, 200 average, 33 at state. And Connor Kasich of Summit. All right, Braden, Drew, when we start talking 200 average, now we're talking that's getting after some pins, right?
Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work. I know Drew and I are at the lanes a lot, just working on our physical game, our mental game. So a lot of practice goes a long way, and Coach Logan's been great at helping us with that.
Well, it's been fun to watch. The only team Coach Joins might like more than Fairview Wrestling is Franklin Admiral Bowling, and I'm being serious.
Listen, I love it. And, something I'm excited about, and Coach Logan, and you guys know this, I think he has caused really the rest of WCS to step it up bowling-wise. He's serious about it. He's got you guys working. And to show you how serious he is, this has to be a first. We've got Drew here. He's a finalist in the bowling category. He's also a finalist in the baseball category. Drew, talk about that, being a finalist for both, and how Coach Logan got you to come out the bowl.
Well, so I've been doing baseball for a long time, and my freshman year I just bowled for fun, and one day he saw me at the lanes just out of nowhere, and he was like, hey, I want you to come try out for the bowling team for that year. And I've been sticking with it ever since. It's been really fun. It really balances out my baseball as well, because it gives me something to focus on other than baseball so I don't get burned out. And bowling is also probably one of my second favorite things to do after baseball. And it's all really fun, especially when your team is really good. So
well, and your baseball coach too, Coach Whidbey, he's totally supportive of it.
Of course.
Which is great. So I tell you, we're going to grow the sport. Bowling is just another sport. We keep making that climb. And I'm going to say this too. I feel like we're going to see a team and or an individual state champion pretty soon in bowling, boys or girls. You guys agree with that?
Of course.
Well, that's what I was going to ask Braden. 7th in the state, coming back next year. What's the attack plan here?
Just keep working hard in the off season. I practice probably 5-6 times a week, so I know I'm going to have to look out for Drew next year because he's pretty good too. But we'll just see how it goes. See if the hard work pays off.
Good luck, fellas. Congratulations on a great year. Back to the red carpet.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here with Sam Dodson, and he averages 188 points per game and qualified for state. It's very impressive.
Yeah, bowling doesn't seem to get a lot of recognition. So what made you fall in love with the sport?
So my dad and aunt both bowled. My aunt bowled with the Franklin team back in the early 2000s, and they always pushed me to get better. I always wanted to beat my dad in bowling, and then I ended up falling in love with it with my friends like sophomore year. I've been practicing ever since.
Great, that's awesome. Thank you. Back to the red carpet.
Okay, hey, DJ, real quick. You always know it's a big night by who shows up, and they kind of snuck in on us after we started, but the man, Charles Pulliam, and Carl Edmondson are here tonight. You know it's a big event.
Well, you had me looking around. I didn't know if I was what was going to happen. Yes, Charles. We love having Charles here. We've got a lot of the crew here tonight, right? But you're right. It's a big event when these guys are here covering. We appreciate them doing that. You can't see this, but out beyond our shot, we've got all these folks who are taking pictures and video packages and all these things. So, yeah, we certainly appreciate it. Tate, another one of my favorite categories, I always say this with cheer and dance, which is coming up, you got to have something to root for, right? But these ladies lead the school. I can promise you this. When you go in the summer, I say it all the time, you're going to see football, obviously you're going to see cross country and some other sports, but I can guarantee you, you're going to see the cheerleaders in the building in July and August.
Well, and we've got a great group again. Emerson Smith of Ravenwood, Sophia Rattan of Franklin, Marin McKean of Brentwood, and Channing Garner of Independence. Emerson, kick us off. The Wilcos, you pumped up to be here tonight?
Yes, I'm so excited.
She's got a cheerleader smile, does she? All right. Hey, talk about, you all do, I don't think anybody puts in any more time than you all do, and it's really to, lift up another team. Why do you love being a part of that, and why is that something that you're so passionate about?
Honestly, I really just love building a community for my school. I think it's really important that everyone comes together, and I think being a cheerleader, it's really easy to help everyone come together and cheer on sports, and I love it.
A lot to cheer about at Ravenwood as well, right? All right, introduce your other finalist with you.
This is Channing. Hi.
Channing, Independence?
Yes, sir.
Football. Did you do basketball too?
Yes, sir. For a few years, yes.
You did? Okay. Same deal. What is it about cheer that you just love being a part of it? And
it's just so special to be one of those people in the school that's a cheerleader because,
we take pride in kind of being more approachable people to people and like having open arms and just like always being someone that anyone can come talk to about anything ever. And I've always loved being a cheerleader, and it's just been so amazing cheering on the Eagles the past 4 years. It's been so special.
I'm Sophia from Franklin.
Same question. Y'all, hey, they brought the most energy up here tonight. Talk about it. What is it you love about being a part of Franklin Cheer?
Yeah, just because we cheer, like obviously football and basketball, but we get super involved with all the other sports as well, just like showing up to their events, making them a little care package at school, and you just build like a different type of bond because you're there supporting each other, and especially with the staff at the school as well. It's just definitely like you get a different outlook on high school being so involved and like being on the sidelines at all those sporting events. So it's definitely good. Like I've really enjoyed all at 4 years.
Okay, one word answer, pass it down the line. What's the hardest part about cheer?
Time management.
I think the hardest part about cheer is keeping a smile on your face when maybe your team isn't doing the best. Just trying to keep a positive attitude. Just, how it is. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, so I definitely think definitely keeping a smile on your face is hard, especially we're all teenage girls, so we're all going to have like some sort of attitude, but like keeping that a good attitude is always good, but yeah, that's probably the hardest part.
Well, I think they had a great attitude tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
Glad y'all are here. Back to the red carpet.
So, you're Asher.
Thank you. I'm here with Hannah Hodgen, Riley Kate Green, and Madison McMullen. What has been your favorite memory this past year?
I'd say my favorite memory was probably Nationals in Walt Disney World, just because it was an amazing team bonding experience, and we also didn't get to go the year before, so it was just amazing to be back there.
I think also competing at Nationals and state for my very last time this year, showing off all of our hard work from the whole season since last summer.
And also nationals for us because Nolensville High School's only gone twice, and this year we were able to qualify for semifinals with both of our dances, making school history, which was just amazing.
Well, congratulations on your nomination. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, ladies. DJ, we got your buddy Brian Fisher up here, Franklin Unified Track. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you know this or not, but we always have a best dressed kind of unofficial category. I think we got a new leader in the clubhouse, Coach Goodwin.
I do. I think he looks amazing.
You excited to be here tonight?
Yes.
Well, talk about the track and field season. What was your favorite part about it?
So mostly about Fisher is that he's like super strong, super fast as a person.
But that's the best part about him. Got a big heart, right? Well, you do too, brother. Hey, I love the jacket. Can we put him in first in the driver's seat right now?
He's in first. Hey, I want to ask Brian this too real quick. Brian, you and Fisher always eating lunch together there at school too, right? That's pretty special.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. If you have a chance to go out to Franklin High School, you'll see Brian Fisher out there with Fisher and all their unified track buddies. Pretty darn special. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Glad you're here, brother.
Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Thank you.
Back to the red carpet.
I am here with Victoria Voronkina, who is nominated for girls tennis. Victoria, your mother played tennis at Lipscomb for 3 years. How has she impacted you on your success and passion for the sport?
She's done so much for me. She was the one who put me in the sport in the first place, and without her, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Well, congratulations. Back to you, Tate.
Okay, I'm going to let you take this when Coach joins, being the tennis pro that you are. It's time to talk a little tennis, a little ladies tennis. And we got a couple of great representatives up here with us.
So, ladies, we've got Grace Stout Ravenwood, Lisa Messier from Franklin, two-time finalists, correct?
Well, I lost, she won, so.
I said two-time finalists is what I said. So you guys are rivals on the court, right? But y'all are friends.
Yes, yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about how, Lisa, how playing one another, you really push each other to be better players.
Yeah, we play a lot of practice matches with each other, and I think we really put in all the effort we need to make each other better.
Yeah. When we're on the court, it's very competitive. We're definitely not friends on the court, but off the court, we're
we're pretty good friends. So.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the way I like it. I think sometimes, because we're a friendly kind of place, be nice was our slogan, right, a couple of years ago. I think sometimes we're a little too nice when it comes to athletics. So I like to hear you guys talk. Hey, we're friendly off the court, but when we get on the court, we're dressed up nice tonight. We're going at each other's throats. I think that's a good thing.
Yep.
Hey, talk about this, Tate. So we've got Lisa teams up with sister Sophia. They win the double state championship. Grace was battling injuries all year long, and what do? You make it all the way to that final match. Lisa, talk about winning that state championship with your sister.
It was honestly one of the most memorable parts of my high school career, I think. In the finals match, we had a three-setter. It was definitely like a super difficult match, but without my sister, we couldn't have won that. So I really treasure her.
And Grace, you battled those injuries. Did you even surprise yourself to think you could come through all the way to the finals?
I didn't think I was going to even qualify for districts because I didn't have my 5 matches. I somehow got 5 matches, won districts, regionals, and state, and so on. So it was pretty, I don't know. It shocked me.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And
Yeah.
Tate, you know I'm a big tennis fan. So back in the day, I played a little tennis. I don't know if I could take these girls, though. Maybe in the past, but not now. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
You guys are
Thank
great.
you.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to Tia on the red carpet.
I am with Sam Frank from Fairview, nominated for boys tennis. Sam, you were a state doubles semifinalist and boys tennis captain.
You went very far in the postseason. Who's been your biggest supporter?
I'd probably say it's my mom. She's the one who introduced me to this sport, and now she's my middle school, high school coach, so she's just been there through all of it. So, yeah, definitely my mom.
All right, thank you. We're glad you're here. Back to you, Tate.
Real quick, Coach joins, Coach Goodwin. If you think it doesn't matter, I think that one does. 2-time finalist. She won. I did. She's mad. I mean, was mad last year. I love it.
Yes, she definitely did. Hey, talking a little boys tennis now, we got Patrick Dales, Ravenwood High School, the winner in this category last year, probably the favorite coming in. Patrick, another great year. And talk about this. You were at 2 years, right? You came in from another state, going to the University of Kentucky. Tate, next year not going to play tennis. Certainly could play tennis if he wanted to. But Patrick, talk about being part of not only that Ravenwood tennis team, but the Ravenwood community.
Oh, the Ravenwood community as a whole is just such a great place to be. I mean, let alone the tennis team, all those guys. Whenever I'm on the court, they're there supporting me, and that's all you can really ask for.
Hey, I'm going to say this too, Tate, because you saw that with the 2 young ladies. And watch Patrick play a match. This dude's a killer. I'm talking he's a killer out there playing. He's mumbling stuff underneath his breath. I don't know want to know what it is. But I guarantee you, I watch all the sports in WCS. There's no greater competitor than Patrick Dales. Where's that come from, Patrick, that competitiveness?
Definitely my dad.
Your dad? Okay. And why do you say that? I keep it clean, though.
He'll always tell me that you can make friends tomorrow. So.
Patrick, I noticed the cowboy hat. Who are you channeling tonight with the get up?
Well, I'm a Georgia boy at heart, so I got to let everybody see that.
I love it. Well, you look great tonight, and good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, Patrick.
Back to Tia on the red carpet.
I'm with 2 boys track finalists, Cole Combs from Page and Mason Green from Ravenwood.
Cole, you are the state champion for discus, and Mason, you are the Section 3 champion in shot and discus, setting a school record.
What are you both looking forward to next season?
I'm looking forward to winning state in my division. I missed it I came in second this year, so I'm hoping to get in first next year.
I'm looking forward to winning state in both shot put and discus in my division next year, and I'm also looking forward to breaking both the school records in the next season.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Okay, we're talking girls flag football. We got the quarterback, the head coach, the assistant GM of the Mean Machine, right? Coach Hughes, head football coach, and his lovely bride of Fairview Yellow Jacket football. But we're going to talk. You want to talk girls flag?
We're
football?
going to talk flag football.
I don't know that anybody was more pumped up about this than you, right? When Coach joined, said, "Would you all be interested?" You said, "In," right? Before he even finished the question, but you know, there's been a lot to talk about. You and your other coaches did such a great job with it, but a lot of high expectations, I think, and I think I don't think there was any disappointment whatsoever. Were you 100% pleased?
I thought it went as well as it could go. Other than us winning it all, it went about as good as it could have went. And the athletes that were out there were so impressive, so impressive. And just like when a regular coach, my assistants make all the calls, 70 pretty much called all the plays, and I sit and took the credit. So it worked out great.
Did y'all wear headsets? Did you wear headsets?
We didn't need to.
Okay. So, offense coordinator, are we going to say that?
Defense.
I think I'm defense.
Defensive
He's offense.
coordinator, okay.
I let him have offense. I take defense.
She came up with a plan that held Ravenwood to 1 touchdown.
That's right. So,
Yes.
Coach's wife, Stephanie, was the defense coordinator. All right. So how much time went in on the game plan? I mean, I know it was serious now. And what I loved was y'all got to play somebody first. How many adjustments were made from game one to the second time you played them?
Yeah, I think flag football talk in our house is probably pretty daily. So then when we got to bring in a whole new dynamic with our girls, and I actually coached several of them in middle school track and dance, so it was kind of cool to put all of the sports together and bring out our athletes. So we talked about it a lot, and then he kind of schemed from there and then
She's
made
really
adjustments
played it
throughout
down.
the season.
She's been bragging all year about how she came up with a scheme that held Ravenwood, and they got one lucky touchdown. And then she gets up here and doesn't say anything. She adjusted our rush scheme. She adjusted our coverage scheme, and we held Ravenwood to 1 touchdown right before the half, and we had a chance to win in the end. So it was a great plan, and she brags about it all the time. She gets up here and has humble pie. I'm really impressed.
Still secret. It stays at home.
Hey, Coach Goodwin, would you have liked to have had girls flag football when you were playing?
Absolutely.
Do you think you would have been
Absolutely.
mean?
I'm with her. She's my
Stephanie's
first
still a
hire.
good player. So it's amazing. You can still play. It's not too late.
She would have been good. They full court. Coach Joey Spann, a legend in my book. I say it every year. She gets mad at me. They're so nice and so polite, and then they'd go out. They'd press you from the beginning to the end. They'd beat you by about 60, and then they'd come out and were very nice
she's got
to you.
a few years left. You think we ought to sign her up? We got a tournament this weekend in Nashville.
100%.
We could get all 3 of y'all out there running the tournament. Y'all
Okay, safe to say, did Fairview, did they re-up your contract? Are you all back next year?
Oh, I'm back.
I'm deciding about my assistants, but I'll be back.
Shoot.
If I'm not taking it over altogether, I'm back.
Hey, and I was going to tell you that we were at the Titans bubble today. Metro had their camp, so that they're starting it next year, and I
It's
helped.
great.
Yeah, it was great.
And
So-
Coach Hughes, seriously, we really, really appreciate your role in making this thing happen. It's great, man.
I hope it goes where I think it's going to go.
I think so too. Thanks for being
Thank
here,
you guys for doing that. And thanks
Hey,
for
and
having
before
us.
we throw it out to the red carpet, let's bring up another champion up here, Claire Stegall. Claire, just a freshman, breaking all kinds of records. We're talking track now. Tate, you and I saw this, and Claire, I know she's going to be humble about it. When we were watching the state track meet, and it was the 1600, I believe, it was like you were running a different race. Everyone, if we're here, we've got people still out on Franklin Road behind you. It was pretty unbelievable what you did, obviously winning the state title. But how do you even focus when you're so far ahead? Are you just doing your thing?
Yeah, I'm more focused on my time and wanting to PR. I don't really think about anything else if I'm way far ahead. Just making sure I'm hitting all my times and doing that.
And Tate, I know we talk about this. One of our favorite events is the Grade 8 at NBA. Well, what happens at the Grade 8? Claire, as a freshman, has the 4th fastest time in the history of Tennessee. And then, if I'm not mistaken, you were on ESPN at some kind of event recently, and you did a little better than that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
I ran 4:42 for the mile, the full mile.
And,
I can't drive that fast.
Well, speaking of driving, Claire, can you drive yet?
So my birthday was June 5th, so I just got my permit. So I've driven a couple of times. Yeah.
Hey, let me. Coach Joins, Coach Goodwin. We were there. Now I'm telling you, I'm not trying. I haven't been able to see. And so you're a freshman, right? You're getting ready to be a sophomore.
Yes.
And so she won the 1600 and 3200. We were there. She won the 1600 by more than 15 seconds, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's like, that was. I told Coach Joins that did somebody like wipe the rest of the fit? Did they fall? Did somebody trip them? So are you, at what percent are you the entire mile?
I think I'm in the top 20 in the nation.
Oh, no, I know that. But what percent effort are you giving? Are you running 97% the whole way, 100%? What are you doing?
At state?
Yes.
I was probably going like 95%. It was a bit windy that day, but I was going hard, yeah.
Well, unbelievable. We're really proud of you. Have a great night. And we're going to go ahead and bring up two more of our track finalists on the boys' side. Thanks, Claire.
Thank you.
Hold on one second. We're going to go to Lydia real quick, and then we'll bring them up.
Okay, sounds great.
Hi, I'm here with Landon Robbins from Franklin High, who is up for boys soccer finalists. Landon, you finished out your senior season with 7 goals and 12 assists in just 18 games, and you were also named co-district MVP. What are your biggest takeaways from this season?
Well, I think the biggest takeaways and the memories I made with the team over the years. I mean, we have a younger team coming up, and to influence them is the greatest part of the game, so yeah.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Okay, boys track. We've got Aiden Carter of Brentwood, finalist in the boys track category. Sterling Weldon of Nolensville. Aiden, decathlon state champion. That's what I'm talking about. Coach joins. I'm a big decathlon fan. State medalist in the 110-meter hurdles, 5th, 300-meter hurdles, 8th, triple jump, 5th, long jump, 7th. There you go. Points, right? And then Sterling Weldon of Nolensville, a high jump of 6'6". That tops Dr. Qualls when he was at Centerville High. Third best in the state in mark with a school record long jump of 23.1, top 8 mark. 4x100 relay. It was on the 4x400 meter relay, ran the 100 meter in 11:16, 200 meters. So, guys, sounds like you should have been a decathlete too. I don't know if maybe you can't pole vault or something. But Aiden, let's start talking about the decathlon. I love it. State champion, Brentwood High, following in the steps of Jet Kinder and the guys.
Yeah.
That's pretty tall company to be in. Congrats.
Thank you.
Talk about the state championship. What was the experience like?
It was a great feeling. It takes a village, coaches and teammates. I appreciate them so much for all their help. And it just takes a village. So, having the help and the support is great. All the hard work to be recognized for this, all the hard work to put in this year is great. But yeah, just a great feeling overall.
Really proud of you, man. Okay, good luck tonight. This is a tough category. Sterling, tell the truth. Why are you not a decathlete? Is it the pole vault?
It actually is the pole vault, yeah. It scares me.
All right, man. Well, you can obviously jump, high jump and the long jump. The sprints, I think one of the stories of the year, Brentwood High has such a tradition in track, right? Nolensville really just the past few years have ramped it up, man, and you're a big part of that. But, track and field, what is it that you love so much?
What is it I love so much about track?
Yes.
I don't know. It's just ever since I was a kid, I was like one of the fastest kids at school, and so then once I got to middle school, I tried out for sprints, and then once I got to high school, my coaches asked if I wanted to try jumps, and that's when that kind of became my whole thing.
Fellas, congratulations on a great year. Good luck tonight. You both look very dapper. We're going back to McKinley on the red carpet.
Thanks, Tate. We're here with Lily Kate Richards, District 12 Pitcher of the Year, and we're with Lauren Johnson, District 11 Tournament MVP.
What was your favorite victory this season?
It was definitely the game against Nolensville. We were written off as the underdog. We weren't really expected to win, but our coach had some tricks up his sleeve, and we pulled out and we won. And it was so much fun. It was such a team effort, and everyone contributed. It was amazing.
My favorite victory was in districts against Columbia Central. We were down by 5 runs. It was the 7th inning. I thought my season was over. And then by some miracle, we got 6 runs in, and I've never cried so much in my entire life. I was so happy.
Well, congratulations on your nomination. Back to you, Tate.
DJ, we got a very important guest up here with us tonight.
We talk about sponsorships and partnerships a lot. Certainly Matthews Team Sport, Walker Chevrolet, who we want to thank. Without Walker Chevrolet, this doesn't happen. We got the guys out there, Scott Shake and the crew, driving the athletes in. Well, we've got another group pretty special to us in WCS, and that's Williamson Medical and Bone and Joint. Lindsey Sullivan here. Appreciate what you guys do for us in WCS.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here and to provide the sports medicine services for all of the athletes. We've been in the community for a very long time, and it's awesome to be on those sidelines on Friday nights and be accessible to athletes of all seasons.
And not only those team trainers, team doctors, and they have relationships with the coaches and the players and those parents, and they're fans of those teams too.
Oh, absolutely. You should see on a Friday during football season, they're bringing out their polos and they're wagering against each other. No money, of course, but it becomes a competitive area around the halls of Bone and Joint. But we're just, like I said, we're just glad to be out in the community, and we are a part of Williamson County, and love being a part of all of these athletes' lives, their families' lives, and do what we can to help out.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And we're going to keep it here. We've got Ryan Brown, who's coming up, softball, Independence, plays for Coach Buck, Tate. Listen, I was looking at your stats, Ryan.
Thank you.
You can hit a softball and hit it well. In fact, I had to almost ask, are those stats even real? You had a great season.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of hard work, I would have to say, a lot of hitting lessons I have to go through to get where I'm at. So.
Hey, and you got a great coach out there in Coach Buchanan.
Yes, I do.
Does a wonderful job.
He does. It's not many people can say this about their coach, but Coach Buck is like a best friend to me.
Oh, that's neat.
It's amazing to have him as a coach, and he definitely works hard for everybody on the team.
So what do you think about this event? I mean, you're one of the last to come in, so you walk into this room and you see it packed. This is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's so great to be around all these athletes, and we've all worked hard to get here.
Well, I was going to say, you're one of them for sure, Tate.
Coach Goodwin, you know, I like to go back into history, and Ezel Harding, when Coach Goodwin was there, was the softball program of the state. The Wright sisters, you played with them. Let's look at Ryan's stats here. 627 average, 29 runs, 42 hits, 27 RBIs, 7 home runs, triples 3, doubles 12, 713 on base percentage. Is this all right? He's right. So. This is a typo.
I'll say this. I'm not pitching to Ryan.
Hey, you think Don Frudenthal would have wanted to coach Ryan Brown?
We're walking her every time.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot?
Yes, very much so, yeah.
Ryan, I was looking at, obviously your hitting stats, but there's got to be one home run that sticks out. What's your favorite?
I have to think. I have to say any home run with somebody on base. I mean, it's definitely the best when somebody's on base because it really feels like you're producing a lot more and you're doing it hard for the team.
That's great.
Good luck tonight, Ryan.
Thank you so much.
Coach Buck's pumped. Back to the red carpet.
I'm with media students Matthew Bowen, Anna Ray, Natalie Finley, and Gabe Reeves.
We want to thank all of you guys for the hard work you've dedicated this year to your school's media departments. And I want to ask, what has been your favorite project you've worked on this year?
Mine would probably be Dugout Diaries, where I mic'd up all of the baseball players and then made about 10 episodes of them just having fun in the dugout.
I would definitely say a football project that I did called 48 Minutes for 48 More for the football team in the playoffs. That was really interesting.
I'd say the seasonal posters because it kind of showed the different schedules and showcased a lot of different athletes across the school.
And the Franklin game for Indy for homecoming was so much fun to edit and film. The energy was great, and the night was amazing.
Great, thank you. Back to the desk.
Darren, you got another special group. I think they're sitting here wondering what they're doing.
Well, listen, I always like to have surprises. Tonight's going to be full of some surprises, so don't want to talk too much about the where and why of why they're here at the Wilcos, but I would like you to introduce yourself and tell us what school you're representing.
I'm Claudette Runk, and I just graduated from Summit High School.
I'm Jean Costello, and I just graduated from Franklin High School.
I'm Hunter Basola, and I graduated from Independence.
So I don't want to give anything away. I just want to ask them all this, if you guys could each answer it. Talk to me about this event, because like we asked Ryan earlier, you're walking in here, we've got a packed house, people milling around, taking pictures. This is pretty cool, huh?
I love this. It's so fun, and I just like dressing up and being here with all these people, and I like getting interviewed, so yeah.
Gene?
Well, I don't like getting interviewed, but it's awesome. It's an honor to be here. There's so many amazing athletes that I admire and that I play with.
I think it's cool to be surrounded by just a bunch of athletes who like to work hard and compete.
Very well said. Well, we're glad you're here tonight. Thanks for being here. And with that, Tate, we're going to bring up Eli Lamb.
Are you really going to do this tonight? You are, aren't you?
Of course I'm going to do it. I love surprises. Eli, come on up, man. Good to see you. So, Tate, I think we might be finishing up. We had the media students interviewed on the red carpet. It's gone well tonight. I would say, Carrie Goodwin, we hope you come back. We've had a few trials and tribulations at different times, but this thing has gone great. Tate Matthews is always doing a great job, and I think ending it with Eli is pretty special. Eli, talk about that year you guys had. The beginning of the year, Centennial Baseball, it's not going well, and you had that one game against Brentwood High School where they're handing it to you, and you make this dramatic comeback. I think your season changed right there.
I think it did too. You know, starting that game, it was horrible, and something clicked in the third inning, and we never looked back the rest of the season.
You really didn't, and you talk about what that season was about. You make it all the way to the state tournament, and even though, you know, you lost those two games, I don't think it takes away from it. I really don't, because you were really such a surprise team, and it's been a while since you've been there. You shouldn't have a bitter taste in your mouth at all about that experience.
No, I knew we all wanted to win it, but getting there alone is accomplishment enough. Yeah. So,
Coach Boffman, well, how pumped up was he when y'all won that sectional game?
It was insane. I've never seen him more like just ecstatic in one point in time.
And that's saying something, because he's a guy who's not afraid to wear his emotions on his shoulder, is he?
Not at all, no.
I hope he's here. Hey, that was awesome, man. That's another tough category. The Columbia blue handkerchief and tie, man. You're Coach Goodwin, is he in the running? Okay, you're on the list. Best dress.
Eli, thanks for being here. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tate, another one in the books.
Another one in the books. Thanks to Coach Goodwin, the OG, being back. It's always a pleasure to see her, and I think it's really cool. You know, I saw Miss Lamb over here. Her son's playing baseball, but she's here. It's important. Coach Hankins, Roll Kearns, but you know, there's so many people to mention. It's hard to do, but you know, you all were in them. It's about the athletes, but there's so many people it takes to run an athletic department, run a school, and I don't think anybody does it like WCS.
I think what we do is first class, and it represents so much of our families, our communities, our athletes, our coaches, our teachers, our trainers. We really do it the best way. So another year down.
Well, appreciate you guys being here, and I know we mentioned it earlier, but I've got to give a shout out again to Walker Chevrolet and what they do. Without Walker Chevrolet, we can't have this event, so we certainly appreciate them. Street Tuxedo, Tate, we're going to give them some shout outs later too, but you saw these young men flowing through with those great looking tuxedos. John and Mark Street, we appreciate them. Matthews Team Sports, Adidas, we talked Williamson Medical, Bone and Joint, Tennessee Titans, all these great relationships. We've got great people. Parents are great, students are great, coaches are great. We've got great support too.
Yeah.
Great families, great kids, and we got a great district athletic director. Coach Goodwin.
He's okay. Hey.
Thank you for being here. You got a lifetime contract. Coach Joins, great job. I think you got to go freshen up. I am being told we are going to take a small break, and we're going live with the WILLCO Awards ceremony at 7:05. This has been the Red Carpet Special, live from the factory in Franklin. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. We'll be back at 7:05 for the WILLCO's 2022.
pretty good start to the evening, wouldn't you say? Not bad. Welcome to the 8th Annual WILLCO Awards presented by Walker Chevrolet. I'm Darren Joines, Williamson County Schools Athletic Director. I'm joined tonight by my co-host, my co-MC, Tate Matthews. Tate, it's great to be here again talking athletes, talking coaches, talking teams in WCS.
It's a great night, a little bit later than we've done in the past, but I'm glad we did it. I feel like a lot more people could be here, but the best night of the sports year, talking about the best sports conference anywhere in the state at the best venue. And as always, the young ladies and men look fantastic. Love hearing them and seeing their personalities in the red carpet. That's the highlight of the night for me. But I'm excited for another great night of celebrating these athletes, teams, and schools.
I think the venue's okay too. You guys like the factory? Good? Thumbs up? Yeah. Tate, along with Brock Daly and Walker Chevrolet, I'd like to thank Mark and John Street Tuxedo. All the guys walking in with those tuxedos tonight looking great. Long-time sponsor for the Wilcos. I want to thank them for providing those tuxedos for us. Tate, I also have to thank the crew at WCTV. Creed, Henderson, we've got Lance, we've got Heather, we've got the crew at MTSU. Without them, and by the way, this thing is live streamed right now. Hopefully you've got family out there watching. Without them, Tate, and these other sponsors, it doesn't happen.
No doubt about it, and we can't forget about the students. So much of this is student-produced, and I think that's probably the most impressive thing about it. And all those sponsors, as you mentioned, Walker Chevrolet, Street Tuxedo, WCTV, they've all been with us since the very beginning. They've been here every single year, and, they have been such a huge part of this thing and watching it grow. You said it right. Couldn't do it without them, but also great, fine people.
And Tate, I would be messing up if I didn't say this. I've got to thank Adidas and Matthews Team Sports for making our teams look so great. We've got those finalist T-shirts in those bags. Appreciate what you guys do too, Tate.
Appreciate you all. All right. I want to make a reminder that all the finalists will receive a WCS Sports Conference Challenge coin. It's a big deal. There's people that have several of them, but when you've seen them grow as the years, it's a great thing to have as you move on in life. But those are presented to you by Walker Chevrolet for being honored as a top student athlete or a coach in the WCS Sports Conference, with each category winner receiving the coveted glass trophy. Thank you to another longtime sponsor and partner, Copy Solutions, for the awards.
Certainly appreciate Copy Solutions. We're going to have Bob Woodbury up here later presenting an award. Tate, before we go on any further, we've got to talk about the team and individual successes in WCS, and there's a whole lot of them. WCS Sports Conference, this is not fiction now, it's the truth. 8 team state championships. Team state championships. Yeah, that deserves a hand. We had 5 runners-up, and I think what's unique about this, and we'll talk about this with the individual state championships too, sometimes we were runners-up to our own district. So you take volleyball, for example. Nolensville High School, I know Nolensville's in the house tonight. Championship there in volleyball, state runner-up. Ravenwood High School, same thing happened. Yep, we got Ravenwood in here. Good job, Ravenwood. 17 individual state championships, 18 runners-up. Those numbers are unbelievable. Tate, you'll see districts maybe not do that in a 10-year span, much less 1 year.
Well, we call it the athletic director's roll call here at WCS, and we usually just like to rattle them off. But, a lot of successful years, but 8 on the team and then 5 on the runner-up. It's really hard to believe. And I think the thing that's most important is all 9 schools in the district had either an individual or a team champion or both. Now, that's unheard of.
All 9 schools. That's pretty impressive. And what about those individual champions, Tate?
Well, we had 5 schools that all 9 schools had an individual or a team champion. 8 of the 9 schools had an individual champion. And, it's over every sport. I mean, it's just, you talk about volleyball, you talk about track, you talk about cross country. It's all of them. Tennis. I mean, It's the entire, I guess, TSSAA sports schedule, and we've got champions in all of them. It's really hard to believe.
Well, and speaking of which, it's time to do it. Let's recognize these athletes, coaches, and teams. The video packages that you're going to see tonight were produced by Christian Taylor. You guys will see Christian running around. Unbelievable. I know Ravenwood's proud of him, but we're also pretty proud of him in WCS. Let's give Christian a hand for what he does for us. As the winner of each category is revealed, you'll come to the stage, and then Christian will direct you on getting your picture taken. For those that were here last year, you will like this added touch. We've added music to that walk to the stage. If you were here last year, we had some awkward silence. We had to put in some commentary, but we've got some great music tonight. So Tate, let's do it. Let's go to our first category, WILLCO's 2022.
We will start with the fall sports. The fall saw state championships from Brentwood girls cross country, Nolensville volleyball for the third consecutive year.
How many?
1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable.
And their first in AAA. Coach Young's got a big grin on his face. Win also a state championship in Brentwood boys golf. Miles Raymer for Ravenwood and Sophia DePaulo of Franklin brought home individual state titles. Brentwood and Page finished as state runner-ups in Class 5 and 6A, the two highest classifications in high school football in the state of Tennessee. With that, the finalists in the girls cross-country category are
Sophia Boutros, Page High School. Lydia Cromwell, Brentwood High School. Janie Halterman, Independence High School. Circe Mooney, Nolensville High School.
And the WILLCO goes to Janie Halterman, Independence High School.
Appreciate Janie for leading us off. And Janie, you can imagine how awkward that would have been with no music. So appreciate the guys from Brady Made Events for making that happen this year. Let's go on to our next category, the finalists in boys cross country.
Brody Chapman, Brentwood High School. Cal Fielder, Brentwood High School. Parker Harris, Franklin High School. Miles Raymer, Ravenwood High School.
He's a state champion. Now he's a WILLCO winner. Miles Raymer, Ravenwood High School.
Janie, and congrats on winning. What does this award mean to you?
This award is important to me because it helps me understand and realize all my successes in my sport, and it just helps give me confidence for the next few seasons so that I can continue to succeed.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
And now the finalists in the defensive football category are
Jake Brock, Brentwood High School. Colin Hurd, Page High School. Miles Pollard, Ravenwood High School. Keaton Wade, Summit High School.
And the WILLCO goes to Keaton Wade, Summit High School. Coach Joins, Keaton could not be with us tonight. I know you are a big BB Nation fan. I know Coach Stoops called you. He's got Keaton on special assignment. You signed off on it. Would you like to accept it for him?
Yeah, I will accept it for Keaton, and appreciate you mentioning that Coach Stoops called me today. I said, listen, Coach, we need him at the WILLCOs, but I know you need him more there in Kentucky. We're excited to see what he's going to do this point forward?
I'm back here with Miles. Miles, who would you like to thank for this award?
Obviously, I'd like to thank my parents and my coaches and my teammates and my competitors out there who always push me to be my best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The finalists in the offensive football category are
Jake McNamara, Page High School. Chris Parson, Ravenwood High School. Brady Pierce, Summit High School. Aaron Walton, Brentwood High School.
Jake couldn't be with us here tonight. You're going to see this theme, especially with the guys in football playing at the next level, so we're excited for them. We'll certainly get that to them. And Tate, I've got to give our man, Dr. Qualls, credit. He had Mike Bobo on Jake early on.
Mike Bobo, award winner.
That's right.
And now the Wilco. Big year for him.
What we got next, Tate?
The finalists in the Football Player of the Year category are
Jake McNamara, Page High School. Destin Wade, Summit High School. Aaron Walton, Brentwood High School. Kobe Walton, Nolensville High School.
Do want to take a time out here just a second and thank our athletic directors and principals from each school. Without your support at the school level, we wouldn't have the success that we do, not only in the entire conference, but certainly at your school as well. And listen, when we introduce someone, it's not like graduation. You don't have to wait till the end. We'll start with Brentwood High School. Joe Blair, Kevin Kydell, Principal and Athletic Director. Centennial High School, Jeremy Moore, Dr. Kevin Dyson. Fairview, the Jones brothers, Ricky and Kurt Jones. Franklin, Jay Johnson, Shane Pantal. Independence, Mary Beth White, Nikki Patton. Nolensville High School, Zach Hudson, Amy Maffei. Page High School, Benji Gray, Katie Hill. Ravenwood High School, Andy Elrod, Dr. Pam Vaden. And Summit High School, Chad Kirby, Sarah Lamb. Tate, you got to have that strong leadership in order to have success.
No doubt about it. You've got the seen and the unseen, right? And I think when you look at the athletic programs in Williamson County school systems, the unseen is where the principals and especially those athletic directors, the countless hours that these guys and ladies put in that don't ever get seen. But I promise you, the product and the facilities and the coaches that you see, none of it happens without them. So I know servant leadership has become a big word lately, and I think all of these administrators and athletic directors embody that without a doubt, probably better anywhere else. Coach, real quick, they were out of town and threw us for a loop. The offensive player of the year, Jake McNamara.
Jake McNamara.
And the football player of the year, Destin Wade. I'm assuming Coach Stoops called you about that one as well.
I definitely did, and we apologize to those guys. They're probably watching out on the live stream. I do want to say this too, Tate. We always see this at the Wilcos. And I know the numbers are big because both teams are in here tonight, Page and Summit High School, but I've noticed a little rowdier kind of reactions from Page High School, in particular football, and Summit High School football, who've been pretty rowdy in here for a couple of years, Tate.
Yeah, they've kind of taken this place over the last couple of years. But Paige, and I remember a few years Ravenwood football in here, you know, Nolensville volleyball. They're all staking their claim.
Let's go to the next category. The finalists in the girls golf category are
Brooke Brummett, Brentwood High School. Piper Davis, Independence High School. Sophia DePaulo, Franklin High School. Hannah Ruth Walton, Ravenwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to state champion and now a Wilco winner, Sophia DePaulo.
The finalists in the boys golf category are
Harrison Akers, Franklin High School. Luke Beatles, Nolensville High School. Bryce Calloway, Brentwood High School. Grant Clark, Page High School.
And the Wilco goes to Bryce Calloway, Brentwood High School.
Sophia, talk about this past season, what led you to winning this Wilco tonight.
Yeah, so basically, I kind of had a rough start to the year, like with just individual tournaments and everything, but then with high school golf and everything, I kind of started like finding my groove towards the end of the year. I won district and then kind of got into the momentum, and then I won region, and then I won state, and I didn't even know that I did coming off the 18th green, but yeah, it was a good season last year, so.
All right, thank you. Congrats on winning.
You think, Sophia? That's a pretty good season. I won district and I won region, and I looked up and didn't know it, and I won the state. So congratulations. Next category, girls soccer.
Allie Brown, Ravenwood High School. Maddie Podelsky, Nolensville High School. Sarah Kate Rath, Ravenwood High School. Abby Thornton, Page High School.
And the Wilco goes to Maddie Podelsky, Nolensville High School.
I'm with Bryce from Brentwood. Bryce, if your younger self could see you right now, what would you tell them?
Hard work pays off. Always just stay practicing, trying to get better, and just be your best.
All right, congratulations.
Is there a name more custom made for the boys golfer of the year than Bryce Calloway? If you're Calloway, I guess it could be Titleist, but I'd say the folks at Callaway are pretty happy about that, Tate.
Yeah, I think he's got a future NIL deal in his future real quick. I think that'd be a good one.
If that was Tate, it'd be Pinnacle. You guys that play golf, he uses a Pinnacle.
Mine would be range ball. And the Brentwood Bruins coming strong with the Brentwood blue tuxes, by the way.
They
Jackets,
really are.
They
look great.
They're coordinated. Our last Fall Sports Award is for volleyball, and the finalists are
Mamie Guthrie, Nolensville High School. Maggie Rickard, Nolensville High School. Kennedy Riggs, Ravenwood High School. Avery Young, Nolensville High School.
And the Wilco goes to Maggie Rickard, Nolensville High School.
Hi, I'm here with Maggie. And Maggie, how does this award motivate you for your next season?
Well, being my first year in high school soccer, I mean, it's an honor to get this award. But we lost a bunch of our seniors this year, and I think it's just going to be very interesting what we do next year going into the season.
Congrats on winning this award. Back to the stage.
A freshman winning the girls soccer award. In case you guys haven't noticed, we're pretty good at soccer in WCS, so for a freshman to win it. And Tate, you said it. I mentioned Brentwood and Page. I'm hearing a lot of Nolensville so far. Lots of Nolensville. Let's see how this thing progresses. Tate, let's move on to winter sports. The winners saw Page High School girls basketball back in the state tournament this year in the Final Four of all the teams. First girls region team wrestling championship came out of Ravenwood High School, and we had individual state wrestling champions, Jacob Clevenger, Kendrick Curtis, Jarvis Little, Brooklyn Long, Kaylin Thomas. Great winter season, Tate.
Without a doubt, and to hear you mention those female wrestlers that are state champions, it's all a big deal. But to hear that, it really that really kind of puts an exclamation point on that, and excited to watch that grow. But the Page girls basketball program and the state tournament, and it's been fun to watch, and we're going to continue to grow that as well. The winter, we're always successful there as well. You want to dive into it?
Well, I was thinking about Coach Brock. So Coach Brock, who couldn't be here with us tonight, so we'll talk about him a little bit. They state tournament last year, right? First time?
Correct.
They go to the Final Four. Cochran and Wilkin graduate, and so does Coach Brock. He says, I'm taking off. I'm out. Really, nothing against the Page team. He's going to have a great team again this year, but in a lot of ways you can't blame him, can you, Tate?
Well, I mean, if you're going to go out, that's a pretty good way to go.
And where's he at now, by the way?
Did somebody else do that? Was that you, or did you come back another
Oh, we
year?
didn't make the Final Four, unfortunately, but yes, that did happen. With the Nowensville night scene, I believe Coach Brock might be helping out with Nowensville a little bit. Is that correct, Coach Young? All right, so he's moved on to that. Tate, why don't you get us started on these finalists for winter sports?
Let's start off with the girls basketball category, and the finalists are
Mackenzie Cochran, Page High School. Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School. Sydney Ryan, Brentwood High School. Lily Wilkin, Page High School.
And the Wilco goes to Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School.
I'm with Maggie Ricker from Nowensville. Maggie, how did you feed off your teammates en route to this award?
Honestly, Nowensville, girls volleyball team is such a great group of girls, and they're so supportive, and they constantly push me to be better, and it's so competitive that everyone just wants to be the best of the best, but you're always going to have that support, and they're always going to make it fun and push me to be better.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, boys basketball. The finalists are
Daniel Cochran, Brentwood High School. Jet Montgomery, Independence High School. Dominic Reed, Centennial High School. DJ Starr, Ravenwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Jet Montgomery, Independence High School.
Reagan Grimes. Reagan, what does it mean to have all these fans cheering you on?
For me, definitely having a big support system is what keeps me going. So coming out every day knowing I have a whole crowd cheering me on is just great. It's a great feeling.
Congrats on winning this award. Back to you at the stage.
How great are the backstage interviews?
They're great. Tia Atkinson, McKinley Johnston, give them a hand for doing a great job so far. Lydia Welburn also with the young ladies on the red carpet. Certainly appreciate them. When you talk about students doing this type of event, pretty big deal.
The finalists in girls bowling category are
Samantha Daly, Brentwood High School. Leah Miller, Franklin High School. Mary Kate Polk, Franklin High School. Maddie Yates, Franklin High School.
And the Wilco goes to Maddie Yates, Franklin High School.
I'm with Jet Montgomery from Independence. Jet, what does this award mean to you?
It means a lot. I just got to give thanks to my teammates, coaches, and family.
Congratulations.
Next up, boys bowling. Here are your finalists.
Braden Didier, Franklin High School. Sam Dotson, Centennial High School. Connor Cossack, Summit High School. Drew Whalen, Franklin High School.
It's a sweep for Franklin High School. Braden Didier is your Wilco winner.
I'm here with Maddie. Maddie, what does winning this award mean to you?
This means a lot to me. A lot of my hard work has paid off. I've put a lot of effort and work into this, and so this means a lot to me.
Congrats again on winning this award. Back to the stage.
The finalists in the cheer category are
Channing Garner, Independence High School. Marin McKean, Brentwood High School. Sophia Rattan, Franklin High School. Emerson Smith, Ravenwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Emerson Smith, Ravenwood High School.
I'm with Braden Didier with Franklin Bowling. Braden, what does this award mean to you?
It means everything to me. I have so many people to thank, my parents, my coaches, and the other competitors who were nominated too. They pushed me to be better, and I just work my butt off every single day doing what I love.
Congratulations.
Another thing to be impressed with when you're getting interviewed back there, it's pretty tough. You can tell the difference maybe from the younger athletes. They'll have a chance to be back here again, but I'd say Braden, I don't want to say he struck out, but it'd be in a good way, right? Because he's a bowler, but forgive me. I know, I'm sorry. Finalists in the dance category. Let's move on.
Grayson Beard, Franklin High School. Riley Kate Green, Brentwood High School. Hannah Hodgen, Centennial High School. Madison McMullen, Nolensville High School.
And the Wilco goes to Grayson Beard from Franklin High School. Grayson couldn't be with us tonight. We're going to go backstage with Tia.
Congrats, Emerson, on winning this award. If your younger self could see you right now, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to always be yourself, because being someone else is just not fun, so it's always better to be yourself.
Congrats again on winning this award. Back to the stage.
Tate, sorry, that was McKinley. Now listen, you guys are doing a great job back there, but quit trying to stump the, that's a tough question. Did you say something about your younger self?
Yeah, but I thought it was a great answer.
It was, but that's tough.
Yeah.
It's like the quiz bowl. What we got next, Tate?
Sounds like a T-shirt.
It does.
All right, the finalists in the girls wrestling category are
Riley Lent, Independence High School. Brooklyn Long, Independence High School. Emma Stevenson, Summit High School. Kaylin Thomas, Ravenwood High School.
If she runs up here, don't blink, because you're going to miss her. The winner is Kaylin Thomas of Ravenwood High School.
Another tough category coming up, Tate. Here's what's interesting about this. In some of these categories, you can be a state champion and or a runner-up, either team or individual, and still maybe you're not a WILLCO finalist, Tate.
Hard to believe in it. And then you can be a finalist and still not win it, being a state champion or a runner-up, which is what just happened in that category.
Pretty special awards. Boys wrestling is next.
Jacob Clevenger, Fairview High School. Kendrick Curtis, Fairview High School. Jarvis Little, Summit High School. Will Parcell, Page High School.
And the WILLCO goes to Jacob Clevenger, Fairview High School. I'm afraid Jacob's going to start a trend for the WILLCOs here.
I'm back here with Kaylin Thomas from Ravenwood. Kaylin, talk about this past season that got you to this WILLCO tonight.
Just all my coaches, all my teammates, and all my supporters, and my parents, and the competitors, of course, that pushed me to make it through the season.
Well, congratulations. Back to you.
Tate did want to mention and talk about that rivalry a little bit and what Jacob said when we were at Football Media Day when you asked him about the toughest and best wrestler in the family.
Well, he's got some older brothers that have been known to win a few matches and championships themselves. And we're at Media Day, and I said, I got to know who's the toughest of all the Clevenger brothers. And I think he paused about a half a second. He said, me. And he meant it.
He did mean it. Tate, before we move to spring sports winners, do want to take a moment to thank Jay Moore, the school training staff, and all the staff at Bone and Joint Institute and Williamson Medical Center. They take care of the 5,000 student athletes in WCS. We appreciate them. Lindsay Sullivan here tonight representing this crew, but you'll see on the screen our trainers and our team doctors. And we talked about this, Tate, on the red carpet. They not only take care of these athletes, but they're into the competition too.
Oh, they're big supporters of their teams, and they're part of the program, right? And I don't think we can take for granted what their job is to do to just get those athletes back on the field or the court or the track, wherever it is. And they're just kind of like the ADs and the principals too. Sometimes it's the unseen, but it does not go unnoticed and shouldn't. And 5,000 student athletes, pretty strong.
Pretty strong. Let's go backstage.
Hi, I'm here with Jacob. How did this award fuel your season this year?
I think going into it, I was able to feel off of my teammates like Kendrick Curtis. He's really deserving. He's really passionate, and I think going throughout wrestling in the room, I think the intensity, I think each time that we wrestled, it got more and more intense, and takedowns became live takedowns and not just drilling, and I think just feeling off of each other really led to the state title. So.
All right, congrats again on winning.
Okay, Tate, I wasn't going to say this because, when there's some kind of mess up behind the scenes that you may not know about, you let it go, but Jacob had to remind me that was his brother on the screen earlier.
Was it really?
Yeah, so nobody knows. But listen, so he's going to go home, probably take Jackson in a one-on-one matchup. But, Jacob, we're proud of you. Congratulations, not only in wrestling, but all the sports you participate in.
Maybe we can send Creed with him or Lance and live stream that. That'd be a good fundraiser.
Definitely not Christian Taylor's fault. We're going to put that one on the district athletic director for sure. Tate, talk about spring sports a little more.
So you thought the fall was impressive, did you? Team champions in the spring, we had 4: Brentwood girls tennis, Brentwood girls track, Brentwood soccer, and Page soccer. We had a team runner-up in Ravenwood boys tennis. Summit softball made a return to the spring fling. Centennial baseball and Franklin soccer also made it to the spring fling. Individual champions, we had 10. Get used to hearing track here for a second. 1 in tennis and 9 in track. Runner-ups, we had 13. 2 in tennis and 11 in track. I'd say we had a pretty good spring.
Not only successful taking the ACT in the spring in Williamson County, but also spring fling, Tate, for sure. Great spring for us. So let's start off talking about baseball. Here are your finalists.
Blake Beavis, Ravenwood High School. Eli Lamb, Centennial High School. Ethan McIlvain, Nolensville High School. Drew Whalen, Franklin High School.
The Wilco goes to Blake Beavis, Ravenwood High School. Tate, I'm imagining John and Mark Street putting you in that outfit right there. That was kind of running through my head when I think Blake can pull it off now. He can pull it off. But.
He pulled it off, but I hadn't seen that yet. That might be a new trend. That might be Harry Styles inspired or something. But
no doubt.
The only one of us that would do that for Mr. Street would be the Dr. Jeremy Qualls. He's got the legs for it.
Well, you'll see him in a minute. Did you say he had the legs for it?
Yeah, they're skinny.
I thought you were going to say something else, but I mean, when you said the legs, I got a little nervous. So, Tate, take us into our next category.
Boys soccer, and the finalists are
Thomas Fields, Brentwood High School. Jack Gorman, Page High School. Landon Robbins, Franklin High School. Forrest Wells, Brentwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Thomas Fields, Brentwood High School.
I'm back here with Blake. Blake, how did you feed off your teammates en route to this award?
My teammates were always there to push me and better myself throughout the season, and it's a team game at the end of the day, and it was a cohesive group that worked well with each other.
Congratulations, back to the stage.
Next up, softball.
Brian Brown, Independence High School. Lauren Johnson, Centennial High School. Lily Kate Richards, Summit High School. Rylan Smith, Nolensville High School.
And the Wilco goes to Rylan Smith, Nolensville High School.
I'm here with Thomas. Thomas, what does winning this award mean to you?
It means a lot. It's a big motivator for next year, next season, and just to keep working hard. I'd like to thank my coaches, my parents, and most of all my teammates.
Thank you, Thomas. Congrats on winning. Back to you.
DJ, when she gets to college, Rylan has thrown so many strikes. Wilson owes her an NIL deal. I think she owns stock in Wilson.
It's unbelievable.
She's
it really
thrown
is.
so many strikeouts, excuse me.
And you know, the thing I keep going back to, and I see Mr. Golden over there smiling too, just to listen to these young people back there answer these questions. I think back being that age, doing that, I wouldn't perform that way, Tate.
No, not at all. The finalists in the girls' tennis category are
Disha Javagal, Brentwood High School. Lisa Messier, Franklin High School. Grace Stout, Ravenwood High School. Victoria Voronkina, Centennial High School.
And the Wilco goes to Lisa Messier, Franklin High School.
I'm back here with Rylan. Rylan, what does it mean to have all these fans cheering you on?
It's honestly so heartwarming to have so many people in my life supporting me, like my teammates, my parents, even other competitors. I love every single one of the other girls who are nominated tonight, and especially Coach Pat and Coach Thomas. They inspire me to be a better person every single day.
Well, congratulations. Back to the stage.
The next category, boys tennis. Here are your finalists.
Patrick Delves, Ravenwood High School. Sam Frank, Fairview High School. Evan Lee, Brentwood High School. Jackson Stone, Ravenwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Patrick Delves, Ravenwood High School.
I'm here with Lisa. Lisa, congrats on winning this award. If your younger self could see you right now, what would you tell her?
I would tell myself not to take negativity too much to heart and to use it to motivate myself, to learn from my mistakes and become a better player.
Congrats again on winning this award. Back to the stage.
I'd love to know what your younger self would tell you.
Please don't wear that jacket.
That'd be good for Twitter.
Yeah.
The finalist, this is a good one. In girls track are
Elise Dobson, Nolensville High School. Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School. Claire Stigall, Nolensville High School. Sophie Yount, Brentwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Elise Dobson, Nolensville High School. Elise could not be here tonight, but congratulations to her on winning the Wilco. We'll go to Tia now.
I'm back here with Patrick. Patrick, what does this award mean to you?
It means almost everything to me. A bunch of bragging rights. And I just want to thank my family and everybody that supports me.
Well, congratulations. Back to the stage.
Patrick never disappoints, Tate. I was thinking with Mark and John Street, we could probably get in the cowboy hat business, maybe, Tate, after some of these guys. And by the way, my younger self just didn't know John and Mark. I love this jacket, by the way. I love it. Street tuxedo. We appreciate you guys. Next up, boys track. Your finalists.
Aiden Carter, Brentwood High School. Cole Combs, Page High School. Mason Green, Ravenwood High School. Sterling Weldon, Nolensville High School.
And the Wilco goes to Aiden Carter, Brentwood High School.
Well, that wraps up the spring sports winners. Coach joins. We want to thank Peter Vaquet. Talk about people we couldn't do this without. Peter Vaquet, Jacob McDaniel, and Chris Barnes at Springtree Media. Been with us since the beginning. Let me tell you something. You might not know those names. There are no Wilcos. There are no game days. There are no media days without Peter and his crew and Jacob at Springtree Media. countless hours for their efforts and hard work over the years for the Wilcos and game days. And we also want to welcome Matt Brady and Brady Made Events for becoming our new partner for the WILLCO Awards. So big shout out to both of them.
Our next award is the WCS Sports Conference Student Athlete of the Year Award, which is given to a student who is extraordinary on and off the field. Some information about tonight's winner: baseball catcher, valedictorian, WILLCO Honors Diploma, Tennessee Diploma with Distinction and Diploma with Honors, graduated summa cum laude, 36 ACT, 4.59 GPA. Tate, this sounds like your list from your high school days.
Well, if you combine us.
Hope Scholarship GPA 4.0, National Merit Scholar, perfect score on 5 of 6 AP courses. Will attend the University of Alabama, major in engineering, plans to pursue a master's and PhD, already has that in mind. Received the Presidential Elite Scholarship, Provost Academic Excel Scholarship, and National Merit Scholarship. He walked in tonight wondering why he was here. This is why. Hunter Basola, Independence High School, come up to the stage. Here he comes. I was afraid Hunter left. All right, come on up, Hunter.
Aiden, talk about this past season that led you to winning this WILLCO.
I think it's definitely my teammates and coaches helped me push myself each and every day to become better, and that's what really led me to this WILLCO and helped me get this award.
Congrats again on winning. Back to the stage.
I don't know if you could hear it on the red carpet, but he did not know why he was here. I guess he knows now. So
he knows now.
I'm sure he's glad that he came. That was pretty neat.
And if you don't know why you're here, don't leave, by the way.
Yeah,
don't
it's
leave.
a good thing if you don't know why you're here, but you're here. Our next award is another award that's been here since the beginning, the Mayor Builder Sportsmanship Award. Please give a round of applause to John Mayer as he joins us on stage. I want to thank you to his wife Margie, their son Jack, and his wife Liz, and the entire Mayer family. Mayor Builders supports student athletes in Williamson County and recently awarded $2,000 to 4 student athletes in Williamson County. They have recognized students through the John Mayer Builders Scholar Athlete Awards for 16 years. John Mayer Builders supports the WILLCO Awards by awarding a $5,000 scholarship to a student athlete who has been the ultimate teammate, professional advocate for the school, on and off the floor, and is not receiving an athletic scholarship. And again, every WILLCO, right?
Let's don't take that for granted. That's a lot of money because of these guys. Give them a hand. Some information about tonight's recipient. She played soccer, basketball, and softball, and although she enjoyed on-the-field success, she did battle some injuries during her career that resulted in missed games in basketball and soccer and forced a move to a new position in softball. According to one of her coaches, what makes her really stand out is leadership and the way she encouraged and wanted all team members to feel a valuable part of the team, especially the younger players who were new to the program. That's what the Mayer Builders Scholarship is about. This is why she was a team captain and a valuable leader on the team. She devoted much of her time to being a student assistant and trainer with the football team and helped film games and even interviewed, filmed, and documented. She had a documentary honoring the Natchez basketball program and their historic final season. She earned a 4.3 GPA during her high school career. She was an active member of FCA, worked with Make-A-Wish Foundation, and was actively involved in the youth basketball program with Grassland Athletic Association. She will attend the University of Tennessee in the fall. Please welcome to the stage Mayer Builders Sportsmanship Award winner from Franklin High School, Jean Costello. You better give him a hug, Gene. That's $5,000. Thank you. Our next award is the Multi-Sport Athlete of the Year Award. This was a new category last year. We recognized one athlete. It was Summer Anderson from Fairview High School. We're going to do two this year, one for female, one for male. Tate, WCS, look this up. We had 108 athletes who play 3 sports or more. Tough to play 2, certainly very difficult to play 3. Brentwood High School led the way with 24, Nolensville with 16, Fairview with 15. Tate, I don't think the number of athletes committed to more than one sport, I don't really think that slowed those schools down either.
Not at all, and it didn't slow those athletes down either. Well, and I think that the cool thing about it is, we're big fans of multi-sport athletes. I think it's great for the teams. If somebody who's really good at another sport but plays a sport that maybe they're not going to college in, they bring something to that other team that they're on that is needed. Some sort of leadership, toughness, it doesn't matter what it is, makes them better. And we all know the college recruiters, that's one of the first questions that they ask is what other sports do they play? So, yeah, I think it shows that you're a school person, a community person, and I will always celebrate the multi-sport athlete. And, you look at the ones that have the most, you look at the success that they're having, I don't think it's a coincidence.
Tate, as I said, tonight we're recognizing for the second time at the WILLCO Awards a multi-sport athlete. This is the first year we will recognize a female and male who play and, as you mentioned, thrive in a number of sports.
She is one of the best golfers in WCS. She was a starter on the basketball team, and she was a starter on the state tournament softball team. She was also one of the people that were here that doesn't know why they're here, so I'm thinking she's starting to figure it out. The female multi-sport athlete of the year is Claudette Runk of Summit High School.
On the male side, he's an all-state football offensive lineman, a wrestler, an award-winning member of the track and field and unified track teams. Tate, if you don't mind, let's talk a little bit about unified track.
Well, they have it at the state track meet now, and we're unifying some of the unified track team with some of the regular track team. And if you haven't seen it, it's an unbelievable. It's probably our favorite events. No slight to the other track and field events, but to watch those young people on both sides that are a part of it, it's something special to watch, and it makes you feel good about the youth that we've got coming up, turning into adults. But it's special, and I would recommend anybody that can be a part of it to be a part of it, because I promise you're going to get more out of it than you give.
And if you do that, make sure you bring some tissue with you.
Pretty strong.
You definitely have to do that. The male multi-sport athlete of the year, he can't be with us tonight. It's Fisher Anderson of Franklin High School, if you'll give Fisher a hand. Fisher couldn't be here with us tonight, but his unified track teammate, Brian Fisher, is here to accept the award. Come on up, Brian Fisher, accepting for Fisher Anderson of Franklin High School. All right, Brian. All right. And Fisher Anderson, I know he's watching out at Stanford right now.
Yes. Documented this trip on Twitter out there. They had a good one.
Mom
Fisher,
and Dad are back, by the way. They're back. I think they're in the audience tonight, so appreciate them being there.
Fisher's going to do well. Excited to watch him play.
And great job by Brian. Give Brian a hand again. Please welcome to the stage former district athletic director and current college career and technical education director, Dr. Jeremy Qualls. Dr. Qualls, come on up. You're right. He would wear those pants Blake was wearing.
I just wanted to say thank you for calling attention to my legs, as I didn't want anybody to take their attention away from this awesome jacket that Street Tuxedo got for me tonight. I had a list of jokes I was going to say, but I figured these two clowns have covered it tonight, so
appreciate
I'm just going to stop on that. If you allow me for just a moment, be nostalgic for just a moment. This is 8 years that the Wilco's has been going on, Coach Joins. I go back to that moment of trying to sell this event to one John Mayer in the green room at the Franklin Theater, and he looked at me like I was crazy, and he said, "It's just crazy enough it'll work." And I greatly appreciate him, and I'm going to go down to just a few thank yous of those that were here in day one 8 years ago. I think about Ricky Jones as athletic director at Fairview in the same capacity. I think about Chad Kirby at Summit, Coach Rathbone in his capacity as football coach and AD at Page back in the day, Chris Hughes, football coach at Fairview, Brian Coleman and I cut our teeth together in coaching, Patrick Whitlock, Will Hester. Those kind of guys go all the way back. And I think about, I greatly appreciate you guys being the longest tenured coaches here, being here day in and day out for these kids. And I greatly appreciate you guys. I do want to stop for just a moment. We'd be remiss by not saying thank you to Darren Joins. If you just knew the work and the moving pieces that go into an awesome night like that, please give Coach Joins a round of applause for what he's done.
Thank you.
I want to thank you, Lindsey Quirk. Lindsey Quirk was with us on day one, David Harries, and everybody else that helps Coach Joins out in this incredible event. Mr. Golden, your support is always grateful from the top. Bob Woodbury's been with us since day one, Copy Solutions, Walker, and Matthews Team Sports. Coach Joins, to go back, the very first male athlete of the year won a Super Bowl ring this year. Think about that, Van Jefferson. Coach of the year, still disputed to this day, Will Hester over Barbara Campbell. Garrison Matthews, playing with the Houston Rockets. Robert Hassel with the Padres. We have at least one Wilco recipient in every professional sport up in this time right now on those three big professional leagues. I think that's pretty special. Going into this award that I'm fixing to give out, people say that athletics is the front porch of the high schools. You cannot capture that power, that emotion, and the things that go into a Friday night in Wilco in any given spring, fall, or winter night. If athletics is the front porch, the front yard, and the gate is the media programs. They're the ones that tells the story. They're the one that makes the perception into reality. They're the ones that have those skills that can tell a story in a 30-second package that give you chill bumps, that bring tears. And that is a skill set, Coach Joins, that is very, very highly effective for the Williamson County Sports Conference.
No doubt. Well said, Dr. Qualls.
I think about 5 to 6 years ago, there were 0 jobs really available for those folks, and now there's over 8,000 managerial roles for teams at every level, collegiately and professionally. I think about those local guys that have been with us for so long here, Stormy Mitchell, Joe Williams, Charles Pulliam, Christian Taylor, Creed and Lance, and all those guys that are in that capacity helping tell the story that is Williamson County Sports Conference. But that would not be done without these teachers that taught those skills to those students. This year we have expanded the media student to not only TV, film, broadcasting students, but also digital art designs, because now still photography as athletic posters and social media posts are just as important. Those teachers are the following: Brentwood High School, Ronnie Adcock; Centennial High School, Ashley McKinney; Fairview High School, Bob King and Rob Gregory; Franklin High School, Carrie Thompson and Melissa Estes; Independence is Matt Balzer, Stephanie Pruitt; Nolensville is Brian Bass; Page High School, Terry Flowers. T. Flo's been with us since day one, out back. Ravenwood High School, Megan Sanchez, Chelsea Kite, and Wendy Watts. And Summit High School, Patrick Nichols and Warren Riker. Please give those folks a round of applause. The finalists for the Media Student of the Year are
Matthew Bowen, Ravenwood High School. Natalie Finley, Independence High School. Anna Ray Jones, Franklin High School. Gabe Reeves, Independence High School.
extremely tough category this year, Coach Joins, and the Wilco goes to Anna Ray Jones, Franklin High School.
Dr. Qualls, this year, WCS Athletics and CTE started an initiative called Outside the Lines. Outside the Lines is a work-based learning opportunity where students across the district are able to receive class credit while gaining real-world experience working in athletics outside the playing field. Dr. Qualls, in your role as District Athletic Director and my role as basketball coach and, more importantly to you, marketing teacher at the time, we talked about the possibility of this program we now call Outside the Lines.
Yeah, I go through all the kids that I coached back in the day and students that I've had in various capacities. I think that this inaugural group of OTL kids, to me, stand out as some of my most favorite students that I've ever had in 22 plus years. I know you've got a few years on me in 27, 28 years, but it was pretty special to go back and think, how do we get athletics and academics, cross those up to make it a meaningful academic experience? And OTL was born.
And because of that work, Dr. Qualls, I'm proud to bring up on stage each one of these young people. In the first group, the 4 students from across the district, you've seen them tonight working. Tia Atkinson. Tia, come on up from Page High School. Tia, we'll get your picture here solo. Tia. She's been backstage. She doesn't know what's going on.
Pretty cool fact here, Coach Joins. Tia Atkinson is now going to Florida State as an athletics intern in their sports media program.
Let's go, Tia. Caitlin Cohey, Renaissance High School. Caitlin to the stage. Next up, McKinley Johnston, Summit High School. McKinley.
Coach Jones, I failed to mention, Caitlin Cohey's going to UT Martin. McKinley Johnston, women's basketball program media specialist at Samford University.
You're right, there are jobs in those areas, right? Brooks Taylor, Ravenwood High School. Brooks.
Coach Jones, Brooks is going to a school that you and Tate could easily get into. University of Southern California, Berkeley Film School.
I love that Brooks has the camera strapped on still. It's fantastic. All right, if you guys will get up here, let's take a pic. Big group pic. Sorry, we didn't practice because I didn't tell them. Great job. Give them a hand for all the work they've done this past year. Good job. We have an unveiling, right?
We have an unveiling. So, once we finished this first cohort, we had to ask ourselves, do we want to do this again? Of course we did, right? Applications quadrupled, thanks to the work with the Titans and other various activities. And we are happy to announce, Coach Jones, our new OTL cohort.
22-23 group, and they're probably out working somewhere, but if you can hear my voice, you need to come to the stage. We have 7 new students. I believe we have 6 here tonight. OTL Team 2023, come to the stage.
Eleanor Asbury, Melanie Yepes, Lily Drescher, Nicole Rosani, Gabby Madeline, Brenna Reed, and Cyrus McMillan. Please give a round of applause to the OTL
22-23. Give them a hand. Big shoes to fill. Great job. And by the way, this is their first event of the year. Doesn't officially start till the school year starts, but just like last year's group, willing to step up and be a part of the Wilcos to get things started. Dr. Qualls, at last year's WILLCO Awards, no, you're not supposed to leave, remember? At last year's WILLCO Awards, Dr. Qualls, the Legacy Award was presented for the first time, and it was awarded to Dr. Jeremy Qualls for his work with WCS Athletics. Tonight, Dr. Qualls will be recognizing another gentleman who has been responsible for the success of the Wilcos over the years. Dr. Qualls?
Yes, you go back 8 years once again, and we talk about a gentleman that I had a conversation with. We were in a facility with 274 seats. I remember that number very vividly because guest number 275 that wanted in gave me the worst cussing I've ever been in a professional setting. And I smiled as I took it because I knew they wanted to get in that bad. I knew we had something special. But I knew that we needed to get it out to the masses. This particular gentleman had an unbelievable optimistic attitude about this, about teaching this to the students and making this an academic process for his students at MTSU. I am happy to announce that this year's winner of the Legacy Award is going to the retiring Mark Parrish.
And Mark's probably not going to make it up here because he's in the truck. I don't know if they were going to sneak a camera in there.
Mark Parrish has helped us with the live stream from MTSU for $0 for 8 years. Please give it up for Mark Parrish.
If you see Mark before you leave, make sure you thank him because without him and the folks at MTSU, Mike Forbes is now stepping up to take that role, and we appreciate Mr. Parrish being here tonight to get this thing going. Dr. Qualls, thank you. It is now time to exit stage my right. Good job. Give a hand to Dr. Qualls. Next, we're going to recognize WCS Sports Conference athletes, coaches, and teams of the year. The following are the finalists for the WCS Sports Conference Female Athlete of the Year.
Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School. Sarah Kate Rath, Ravenwood High School. Rylan Smith, Nolensville High School. Kaylin Thomas, Ravenwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School. I would point out, Tate, that Reagan is responsible for the box. You see them coming out with boxes. Ironically, the female and male athletes of the year last year dropped their Wilco Award, and we had to order another. So, in their defense, though, they had 2 or 3 they were packing around. So
yes, it was heavy.
So we understood that.
The following are the finalists for the WCS Sports Conference Male Athlete of the Year.
Blake Beavis, Ravenwood High School. Jacob Clevenger, Fairview High School. Destin Wade, Summit High School. Aaron Walton, Brentwood High School.
And the Wilco goes to Destin Wade, Summit High School. As we mentioned, Destin got clearance to not be here through Coach Stoops' who Coach joined. So congratulations,
And
Testa.
he also-
He's won a few of these.
He also, as I mentioned before, dropped his Wilco last year, so
Yes.
we got a box for him. Let's go backstage.
I'm back here with Reagan. Reagan, what does this award mean to you?
To finish off my high school career with another Female Athlete of the Year award has just been so great. I feel like it really encompasses my high school career and just all the success and hard work I've put into all my sports. So, yeah.
Well, huge congratulations back to Tate.
What an impressive young lady, Reagan Grimes. Not only what she does on the field, but the interviews, the whole deal. Great teammate, too, by the way, if you haven't watched Reagan perform.
Coach, speaking of teammates, she's already reported to camp at Tennessee Tech. She came back for this.
Got an email from Mom, said she'll be late, but she was here, and we appreciate her being here. Well deserved. Again, give it up for Reagan. I'd now like to welcome to the stage to present the Coaches of the Year, Mr. Jason Golden, WCS Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you very much. I do have the honor of announcing our Coaches of the Year. And when I think of that award, my first thought goes to our vision statement that our board members helped us set, that we will provide a supportive environment where students are challenged to pursue excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts. And I know we have a number of our board members here tonight, and so I would ask board members if you would stand up and wave to the crowd. And there's light here, so they're up above in the balcony. See Nancy Garrett, Casey Haw, Eric Welch. Thank you all. I think I've gotten all those. And Eric Welch, thank you. So we are so proud of the work our students do. And our coaches do provide that supportive environment, but they also challenge our athletes and challenge our students. But I want to mention one conversation I had about a year ago with the director of the Jason Foundation that I mentioned to our coaches last year at their professional development. The Jason Foundation is a nationwide organization that works to support mental health among students, among teenagers. And they ask questions regularly in the form of polls from students across the country. And one of the questions that they ask is, in essence, do you have someone you trust in your school that you could go to if you needed help? And what I learned from them is universally the most common answer is the name of a coach. And it's not just from the student athletes who named that coach. It's from other students also who don't participate in athletics. There's something about a coach at a school, the relationships those coaches build, that those students who don't even have them on the athletic field, on the court, they know what those coaches are about. They know the love that their coaches have for their teammates, for their classmates, and they know they can go to those coaches when they need help. I am so proud to announce the Coaches of the Year awards. And I almost said, and the Wilco goes to, Coach. Here are the finalists for the WCS Sports Conference Female Coach of the Year.
High School. Nathan Clapp, Page High School. Joe Fedoras, Brentwood High School. Brett Young, Nolensville High School.
And the Wilco goes to Brett Young, Nolensville Volleyball. Here are the finalists for the WCS Sports Conference Male Sports Coach of the Year.
Nathan Clapp, Page High School. Brian Coleman, Summit High School. Mike Purcell, Brentwood High School. Charles Rathbone, Page High School.
And the Wilco goes to Nathan Clapp, Page Soccer.
Hi, I'm here with Coach Young. Coach Young, how have your athletes impacted you?
Well, you don't win a coaching award without great players, and I give this award really to my team, to my assistant coaches, Coach Joy, Coach Childs, and one quick special teammate. I'm celebrating 25 years, married to my wife Jill tonight, so
great.
Good teammate there too.
Congrats and happy anniversary. Back to the stage.
I believe we are going to take it back to Tia and/or McKinley to talk to Coach Clapp.
I'm back here with Coach Clapp. Coach Clapp, how have these athletes impacted you during the season?
Oh, man. Coaches, it's kind of easy for a coach to learn to work hard. But when you have students like I have and student athletes like I have at Page, boys and girls, they just worked so hard this year, and they made a huge impact with me and just how hard every single one of them worked. They believed in the vision, and it was awesome.
Well, huge congratulations to you.
Yeah.
I want to now welcome to the stage, he's the president and CEO of the Tennessee Titans. He's a Williamson County resident, Burke Nihill, who present the female and male sports teams of the year. Give it up for Burke Nihill.
Coach, 25th anniversary. Mojo's on me. So I have the honor of presenting the team awards again this year, and a team is something that's really special to me. John F. Kennedy in 1961 was touring NASA, and at the time there was a race to the moon. And John F. Kennedy, as President of the United States, went to NASA and was encouraging the people there, the employees there, to get to work and to get the U.S. on the moon. He was talking to the astronauts, and he was talking to the engineers. And as the story goes, at some point he went up to a custodian who was pushing a mop around, and he stopped, and to show this man dignity, he asked, and what is it that you do, sir? And he said, I'm helping to put a man on the moon. And I think that just demonstrates that team is just something that you can experience your whole life. For those athletes who have maybe played your last game, you've hung up the spikes, and even for those who have a few more years, whether in high school or college or beyond. Team is a concept that it's born of love of your teammates and support for your teammates and a common mission towards a common goal. And so I would just encourage you all to just capture that feeling and the things that you're learning from your coaches and the leadership of each other, and carry that forward in your families and in your communities and in your businesses. Team is a special concept, and you're lucky to have been a part of it at this phase of your life, but it's something that can stick with you for the rest of your life. So with that, the finalists for Female Sports Team of the Year are
Brentwood Cross Country, Brentwood Track, Nolensville Volleyball, Page Soccer.
And the Wilco goes to Nolensville Volleyball. And here are the finalists for Male Sports Team of the Year.
Brentwood Soccer. Page Football. Page Soccer. Summit Football.
And the Wilco goes to Brentwood Soccer.
Great job, and we appreciate Mr. Nihill being with us. We're going to keep him on stage for a bit. At this time, what I'd like to do, we had a pretty special opportunity this year in WCS. Not one of our sanctioned sports, but certainly one that I think may be one in the future. I'd like to invite all the young ladies who are in attendance tonight and the coaches who were part of flag football this year. If you'll just come to the stage, just come right on up to the stage. As they're making their way up here, Tate, WCS had that unique opportunity to serve as the pilot district for girls flag football at last year's WILLCO Awards, Tate. If you remember, we announced the district's partnership with the Tennessee Titans in establishing the state's inaugural high school girls flag football league. This is especially fitting, as you may know, we're celebrating in 2022 the 50th anniversary of Title IX. Yep, I think that deserves a hand. Along with the Titans, we want to thank TSSAA's outgoing executive director, Bernard Childress, incoming director, Mark Reeves, and Emily Crowell, who headed up flag football for TSSAA. Tate?
The tackle football coaches stepped up with 5 of the 9 head coaches currently serving or having served as the head tackle football coach at their school, and all 9 head coaches were part of the staff at the school. You can see several of them up here. Yeah. The involvement of female coaches like Ravenwood's Jessica Mancini and Franklin's Michaela Beebe were also critical for the league's success. I think we got a video. I hope we can see it.
You guys want to turn and watch it?
I want to part a little bit.
Pretty special year. Give them a hand. You guys stay up here just a second, though. Currently, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Nevada, Alaska recognize girls flag football as a sanctioned high school sport. Tennessee is well on the way to adding to this list. You know, I was asked throughout the year, are we going to recognize individuals as MVPs for the season or for the tournament? Tate, one of the things that you and I noticed, and I could say it about the coaches too, the joy of playing without the pressure of individual accomplishments or scholarships, I think added to this experience with girls flag football.
Without a doubt, you could see how much fun they had. You can see in the video the fun that the coaches had, and I think you all did a great job of it being very intentional, that it would be designed and set up in a way where young ladies from multiple sports could play. And I think that was the coolest thing. A lot of these young ladies ended up getting to be teammates with other girls in their school that they normally would not have. And so I think that was a big part of it too. But you could tell they had fun. I think, I don't want to speak for Mr. Nihill, they chose WCS to pilot the program because they knew it would be done right, and it was done right. It's a great story.
You know, one of the things that I appreciated about what Tate read was 5 of the 9 head coaches were either currently or had served as a head coach for one of our tackle teams, which I thought was pretty special. And then the other 4 were on the staff as well. I don't think that should go unnoticed. And you mentioned people like Coach Mancini, Coach Hughes at Fairview High School, Coach Beebe at Franklin. We want to grow this thing, and I know the Titans want to grow it. We've got to have the support of females coaching the teams as well, so I think that's a big part of it. Thank you for a great season, for being part of something that was groundbreaking, not only in Williamson County, but for the entire state and nationwide. Christian Taylor, work your magic, somehow get this group to take a group shot. I don't know if we want to move it in a little bit, do a couple of rows, but please give them a hand, too, as they're figuring that out. And I know Coach Hester wants me to mention that the Lombardi-esque trophy that was won by Ravenwood High School, Franklin High School undefeated during the season, Fairview High School jumped right in there and competed with some of the larger schools, and you can go right down the list. Again, the joy on the faces. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you really missed something, but you're going to have an opportunity next year too. Did we get it? Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Don't leave yet. Our next award is the Sponsor of the Year. I want to invite Mr. Bob Woodbury to the stage. Mr. Woodbury is going to be handing out this award, so hopefully we'll give him the award as he comes up. He's waiting for the stage to clear. I do want to tell you a little bit about Copy Solutions. As we mentioned before, a lot of what you're seeing in here tonight, Copy Solutions is responsible for. The actual awards, the coins, the programs that are printed out, the golden tickets and invitations, you name it, Copy Solutions can make it happen. They've been recognized in the past as a Sponsor of the Year, and I want Bob to come up here and hand this award out. I would also like to invite members of the Tennessee Titans organization that are here, Kate Guerrera, Josh Corey, Savannah Howie. If you guys will come up to the stage, you can come front or side. Mr. Nihill, if you'll go to the center here too. We also have Dr. Jeremy Qualls coming up because of the work. And I would tell you this too, Tate, you guys, Matthews Team Sports, you were recognized last year as our Sponsor of the Year. You know firsthand the important role that sponsors play in WCS if we're talking about media days, game day, WILLCO Awards, no matter what it is. Those sponsors are important.
Well, they're everything. It doesn't happen without them. So like we talked about at the beginning, you know, if you've ever been to a WILLCO, if you've been to several WILLCOs, it doesn't happen without them. The media days, the game days, and they're the lifeblood to these events. And Dr. Qualls did a great job of finding those people that wanted to, I call it partner with, and I think you've done a great job carrying that on. So, and I think the most impressive thing is, I know the one you're getting ready to announce is newer to it, but to my knowledge, nobody has left, have they, Dr. Qualls? They've been a part since, if they've been here at the beginning, they're still here. I think that's pretty neat.
I do want to give a little bit of backstory here. Over a year ago, Dr. Qualls and I met with Mr. Nihill and Chief Marketing Officer Gil Beverly, and we talked about a relationship between WCS and the Tennessee Titans, one that was more than job shadowing or guest speaking in classes. We and they wanted more. The result was a student-produced game on December 12th with the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Center and Outside the Line students. girls flag football we've already talked about, and a role in multiple WCS Friday night football game days on the campuses of our high schools.
I'm hearing this in
get
my best Mike Keith voice. The WILLCO Award for this year's Sponsor of the Year goes to the Tennessee Titans.
All right. Come on up. Kate, Savannah, Josh, Burke, we certainly appreciate it. We look forward to many more years. I think Dr. Qualls is going to get you to sign the contract for the next 10 years in the back while you're emotional for getting this award, but we definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, that was, as you probably figured out, footage from that student-produced game. Really a great time and a great event. Some special thanks, Tate, as we get close to wrapping this thing up. Middle Tennessee State University Media Arts, Mike Forbes, Mark Parrish, and the guys in the truck. Media teacher Terry Flowers for helping with tonight's event. Brady Made Events, Matt Brady, for making this look and sound so great. Again, welcome to WCS and helping us out with this event. Franklin High School and Summit cheerleading teams, coaches Shannon Friend and Brianna Hankins Green. Give them a hand for helping us tonight. WCS staff, Brian Finland, Mike Fletcher, David Harries, Leslie Harries, Tabitha Murray, Jeremy Qualls, Lindsey Quirk, Kara Solano, Nick Vacco, Mark Waltz. Also, Tia, McKinley, and Lydia for handling those interviews backstage. Carrie Goodwin, help with the red carpet. Christian Taylor with the video packages and taking pictures tonight. Porter Hassel, Burke Nihill, and the Titans. This is important. We've got to read this stuff. Bone and Joint Institute, Williamson Medical, Copy Solutions, Franklin Bakehouse, Gateway Tire, and Garth Bolden, John Mayer Builders. They're so important to us. Outside the Lines Team 22 and 23, Stars Basketball and Lance Ackridge, Street Tuxedo. Give Street a hand. John and Mark Street. Factory at Franklin, media members who cover WCS. I know we mentioned Charles earlier. Let me tell you what the media does for WCS athletics. Give them a hand, too. We really appreciate you guys. And we can't say it enough, Tate. Title sponsor Walker Chevrolet and Brock Daly. Without them, none of this happens. What they do for this event, what they do for game days, what they do for media days. Again, another company that's been there a while, Scott Shake and the crew out there today, driving the young men and women up to the red carpet. Appreciate that. And two, I'm going to take a cue from Brett Young. I want to thank my wife, Barbara. Our anniversary was last night, Coach Young. Only 24 years, though, so I appreciate her as well, Tate.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I want to thank her, too, because she
puts up with a lot.
She puts up with a lot, but also lets you go and do, and just like Meredith Qualls used to do with Jeremy. So you all spend a lot of hours that people don't know about, and thank you to your wife. You definitely, like Outside the Lines, you outkicked your coverage like most of us.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
She's a good one. Hey, we want to once again thank all of our athletic directors. Without their hard work at their school level, the WCS Sports Conference would not be successful. This leads to our next two awards. The Directors Cup for Division I and Division II. The Directors Cup is based on a point system where schools earn points for individual and team performances in state championship level competition. The Division I group consists of Brentwood, Centennial, Franklin, Independence, Ravenwood, and Summit. And the Division II group consists of Fairview, Nolensville, and Page.
This year's Division I Directors Cup goes to Brentwood High School. Coach Joe Blair, Athletic Director, please come to the stage. We are not going to ask Coach to pick up the heavy trophy, but Tate, if you'll get in there with Coach.
You want me to help him hold it? Oh.
No, just take a pic with Coach there. Hey, I do want to mention with Coach Blair, we're losing a good one. Coach Blair, as some of you probably know, is taking a position at the TSSAA. Congratulations to Coach Blair. Our loss is the TSSAA's gain, and I'll tell you this, it's really our gain too. Coach, we definitely appreciate you.
Hey, he's got to grab his trophy.
Now, let's leave that up here.
We're gonna leave it.
I don't want anybody to break it. We'll get it afterwards. But that's what he's taking home with him. This year's Division II Directors Cup goes to Page High School. Benji Gray, Athletic Director. Coach Gray in the house to come accept the recognition. There he is. Coach Gray, congratulations, Coach. Coach Gray, great job. Coach will be taking home the Directors Cup for Division II tonight. Coach, congratulations. Give it up for Brentwood High School and Page High School. All right, at the request of Lindsay Quirk, this is why you have to have real smart people around you. She reminded me last year when we gave the Courage Award to Barbara Campbell and had 4 or 5 to give after that, the mood was like, it was tissue time, right? So we're going to do that to end the show tonight. It's the Courage Award. I do want to thank Mr. Matt Harris of Berry Farms Chiropractic. He helped get this award started in WCS. He was a longtime sponsor for the district. It recognizes a student or coach, the Courage Award, who has faced and overcome hardship. The winner has persevered by finding the strength and courage to overcome obstacles while inspiring us all. The Courage Award reminds us all that life, like athletics, isn't always filled with joy, but sometimes includes pain and difficulty.
Daughter, sister, friend. These words describe one of the shining beacons of hope and inspiration in our community. From fighting for a spot on the freshman football team to fighting lymphoma, her courage and strength are battle-hardened and beyond worthy of respect. With her family by her side, she took this challenge on, just like any other.
Obviously, there are words that you never want to hear a doctor say to you, is that your child has cancer. So it was surprising, shocking, and scary all at one time. At first, when we got the official diagnosis, she went to her room and she didn't want to be around anybody. And I think she got her tears out, and then from that point on, she was ready to fight it, and nothing was going to stop her.
Macy's inherent love for football has spanned her entire life. As she dealt with the monumental task at hand, she would prep for the mental aspects rather than the physical, for her eventual reemergence on the gridiron.
That's the thing that affected her the most, was not being able to exercise and play sports.
The treatments pretty much put her down for a week at a time, and then the following week would be sort of a recovery. She didn't have a lot of energy, so she slept maybe half the time at least.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Macy's shining light of strength shone throughout her community, garnering attention and respect from all, as she willed her way finally back onto the field. Macy was chosen as the Ravenwood representative for the inaugural season of the Williamson County Girls Flag Football League, and eventually won the championship for the standout Lady Raptors.
I was super excited and happy and relieved that she was getting able to do what she loves and be a pioneer at it, since they were the first ones in the state to do it.
it was kind of like an answer to all of our prayers. It was her ability, her chance again to participate in football, which, I mean, I don't think there's anything more important to her, maybe her family, but she's been obsessed with football since we can remember. And so for that to be taken away because of an illness was really hard to take. So flag football has been a godsend.
Macy's journey has been anything but easy. Her intuition, will, and most of all, determination have laid groundwork for her peers, as she time after time breaks barriers and takes on challenges with her usual head of steam. With her one-of-a-kind courage mixed with her one-of-a-kind personality, she is an inspiration and a beaming example of what makes a human being courageous.
Please welcome to the stage this year's Courage Award winner, Macy Fowler of Ravenwood High School.
Lindsay, you were right. Great way to end the night, Tate. That's our final night, our award of the night. What a fantastic evening celebrating these athletes, coaches, and teams. Tate Matthews, final thoughts.
I think the coolest thing is when we began at 7:15, the room was full. The room's still full. Everybody stayed to watch it all the way through and see everybody win their award, and I think that's pretty neat. Shows a lot about this community. Great job. I know a lot of people don't know you start working a year out. You've probably started on next year, and you do an unbelievable job with it. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you for what you do for these young people.
Bob Woodbury, we got to talk about those coins for next year tonight before we leave. Tate, I also want to thank Tate Matthews. What he does for WCS Athletics, give Tate a hand. Really appreciate Tate. Congratulations to all our athletes. Again, the coaches and your teams. Again, final shout out, Walker Chevrolet. This wraps up the 8th annual WILLCO Awards, sponsored by Walker Chevrolet. Have a great night, and thank you for being here.